We are here at scenic Sylhet for the first of 3 T20 internationals between Bangladesh and Ireland women. This is Senora Ireland Women's Tour of Bangladesh 2024, powered by 𝗂𝗎ci. And after a dominant performance by the Tigresses in the 3-match ODI series, they will look to continue their winning ways. On the other hand, for the Irish team, they will want to put up a better fight. They've enjoyed their time here at Sylhet, as we saw just a while ago during the trophy unveiling yesterday. And they will look to put on a better performance on the field as well. So the first ODI, Bangladesh won by 154 runs. It was a record margin of victory for the Tigresses. The second one, Bangladesh won by 5 wickets. And in the third match, they Bangla washed the Irish women by 7 wickets. Now it's time for 3 matches here in Sylhet. And we kick off the series with the first match. In a while, we will go to the toss and the pitch update. The Bangladesh women and the Irish women were hard at work practicing before the first match a while ago. And the pitch report took place as well, so we will go there to join our fellow commentator 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗏𝗂. Here we can see the Bangladesh squad: Sharmin Akhtar, Dilara Akhtar, Murshida Khatun, Sharna Akhtar, Sobhana Mustari, Nahid Akhtar, Fariha Trishna, Janar Alam, Rabia Khan, Faima Khatun, Jannatul Shumona, Ritu Moni, Sanjida Meghla, and Taj Nehar, along with the captain Nigar Sultana Jyoti. And we see the Irish squad: Leah Paul, Freya Sargent, Una Raymond Hoy, Coulter Riley, Sarah Forbes, Amy Hunter, Laura Delaney, Rebecca Stokel, Arlene Kelly, Orla Pendergrast, Alice Tector, Cara Murray, Ava Canning, Amy McGuire, and Captain Gabby Lewis. And now, finally, we can join 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗏𝗂 for the pitch report.
It's a different atmosphere, different condition, and a different venue altogether as we are here at the beautiful Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, all set for the first of the 3-match T20i series between Bangladesh and Ireland Women's. Having a closer look at the surface, I must say it's pretty dry and hard as well. Though there are visible grass all across the deck, however, I would really feel that the batters would trust the surface and play their strokes. The average first innings total in this ground has been 126. However, this year, 2024, the average first innings total has been 134, where Bangladesh played India in the 5-match T20I series. As I mentioned, it's a different atmosphere, different venue, and different surface, but I'd love to see the batters trust more compared to Mirpur. Teams winning the toss would love to bat first, put some runs on the board, and later the spinner would come into play.
As we can see, 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗏𝗂 giving us the update from the pitch, and we'll be joined by Shamunai for the toss.
In good company for the toss of the first T20I between Bangladesh women and Ireland women, joined by match referee Supriya Das, Gabby Lewis, the Ireland captain, and Nigar Sultana Jyoti, the Bangladesh captain, who is going to toss the coin. Heads is the call from Gabby Lewis, and it is heads. Congrats, Gabby. What are you going to do?
We're going to have a bat today.
No surprises there.
Yeah, looks like a really good pitch. So we think that hopefully it'll be good for us in the first innings and hopefully turn a bit for our spinners in the second innings.
How do you think it differs from the one in Mirpur?
Yeah, I think it looks a lot fatter, a lot harder. So we're thinking that'll be suited more to the batters, which is why I want to bat first.
What do you think would be a good total?
Hard to know. I think it's just about us sticking to our processes. If we can bat well, we can get well over 150. So yeah, that's for us.
What's the team combination looking like?
We have Ava Canning and Laura Delaney back on the side from the last ODI. So yeah, really looking forward to getting out there.
And I see you've gone around, seen a bit in the tea gardens.
Yeah, immersing in the culture. So it was great. It was a great experience. First time in a tea garden. And yeah, what a place to do it in Sylhet.
All right. Wish you all the best for the T20 series.
Thanks, Emil.
𝗂𝗵𝗃𝗃 there was 𝗃𝗃 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. I'm pretty sure that you would have loved to win the toss.
Yeah, actually it is because seeing the condition, it is going to be a good for the batters. But still, what we can do, we can restrict them in a good total that we can chase.
What would that be?
Definitely like below 120 because this is a very good surface. So it is our bowler's duty to get them all out in a good total.
And do you think it gets better or worse to bat on in the second innings?
I think Sylhet wicket has always been wonderful to bat. I think I'm pretty sure that we will get to play good even in the second innings. So yeah, so far I can look forward that.
And you've been a good host, taking Gabby Lewis and everyone else around the tea gardens?
Yeah, it was actually quite a bit experience for her and for me as well, because it was a different type of initiative by the cricket board, and they certainly promote women cricket very nicely, and I think it should be appreciable.
All right, wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
There it is. So the news from the middle is that Ireland have won the toss and decided to have a bat first.
So that's the update from the toss, where Ireland have won the toss and decided to bat first. We'll take a look at their lineup. Gabby Lewis, Amy Hunter, Orla Pendergrast, Leah Paul, Laura Delaney, Una Raymond Hoey, Sarah Forbes, Arlene Kelly, Ava Canning, Freya Sargent, and Amy Maguire form the Irish 11. Plenty of happy faces in the Bangladesh camp, as is to be expected, having won the ODI series. And there we see their 11, Nigar Sultana Jyoti, the captain, and wicketkeeper Nahid Akhtar, Sharmin Shupta, Subhana Mostari, Sharna Akhtar, Ritu Moni, Janar Alam, Taj Nehar, Faria Trishna, Jannatul Shumana, and Dilara Akhtar making up the Tigresses 11. So now we shall take it to our co-commentator, Mr. Mazharuddin Omi, who will be joined by Mohammad Isam to bring you the opening overs.
Thank you very much, Shanu Rabbani. It's a bright sunny day, different format, different venue, intensity. It's electrifying among the players. It's the shortest form of the game, where Bangladesh will be looking to replicate what they did in the 50-over format against the Ireland side, winning 3-0 in the 3-match ODI series. And Ireland, on the other hand, will be looking to bounce back. However, they have had a terrific run of form in the shortest form of the game this year. So Gabby Lewis and her troop will be looking to make an impact in the shortest form of the game, while Nigar Sultana Jyoti and her team, with a couple of new faces in the T20 side, will look to gain that momentum from the ODI series. As you already know, skipper Gabby Lewis winning the toss and electing to bat first. It's a good surface, pretty hard, dry, a totally different one from Mirpur. It seems like the batters could enjoy their time in the middle. So does the Bangladeshi players. It's a young side, a couple of newcomers in the T20 squad. No experience for Zana Hawk. So it's going to be a good test of bat and ball from both the sides. Ireland are all set, enjoying their time in Sylhet, the beautiful city of tea gardens, as I'm joined by Mohammad Isam. Very good afternoon, Isam.
Thank you, Mazhar. Good afternoon to you. Yes, an exciting T20 series coming up between Bangladesh women and Ireland women. Lots of new faces, something new among the umpires, the match officials as well. Mazhar will inform you shortly. This is T20 cricket. This is an interesting format, obviously. Everyone loves T20 cricket. We are here in Sylhet. And the best part about this format is the excitement that comes with the batting. Mazhar, you've already seen the pitch up close, closer than all of us. You have seen how hard it is and how true it is. How did it feel when you're walking on it or when you could touch it?
It's pretty hard, first of all, and pretty dry as well. There were live grass across all the surface, but I really felt that the batters would enjoy batting here. The ball will come into the bat more compared to Mirpur, where there is a double pace often there, making lives difficult for the batters. But here in Sylhet, players enjoy playing here. It's a beautiful ground. Right, we are all set for the national anthems. First of all, it will be Ireland. This gives me goosebumps. Difficult to realize how it feels if you're not here in the middle, if you haven't played for your country, if you haven't represented your country. It's a different sort of feeling for the players playing for their country and look to give their best every time they go out in the middle. As the umpires are all set and making their way into the middle, we are about to start the first of the three-match T20i series between Bangladesh and Ireland. Suzanne Redfern and Rokeya Sultana, the two on-field umpires. Rokeya Sultana making her debut as an on-field umpire today. So it's a great feeling for her as well.
Yeah, wonderful feeling for a debutante, an umpire, Rokeya Sultana. She's obviously worked at the domestic level. From what I've heard, that she's also in theatre, and she's got other things that she does. But she's also played cricket for in the domestic competitions. Might be slightly nervous as well, being her debut. But such a lovely sight in Sylhet, where Bangladesh are wearing their predominantly green, predominantly red on top, and then the green comes through in their trouser. But a slightly different jersey in their ODI format for Bangladesh. These are nitty-gritty things that nerds like us, Mazhar, we really enjoy the change of jerseys and all, or whatever details people add to it. Ireland, of course, in their green and bottle green and dark green attire, coming to the middle. Bangladesh have a change in wicket-keeping position. Nigar Sultana no longer the wicketkeeper for this match.
Dilara Akhtar, Dola, also known among the players. Exciting cricketer, good wicketkeeper, can hit the ball hard, opens the innings with the bat. In fact, Nigar Sultana Jyoti backed her really well, motivating her when she was out of the team. A true hallmark of a leader, Nigar Sultana Jyoti sacrificing her position. It's a big deal, Isam, being a regular wicket keeper, and as a captain, you hand your gloves to someone else. That shows the type of character Nigar Sultana Jyoti is.
Yeah, she likes to motivate her teammates, motivate her charges in a way that many captains wouldn't really do it. It's slightly different culture here in Bangladesh, where man management skills are as important as on-field captaincy, knowing the techniques, knowing the strategies. You have to get the best out of certain players, and Nigar Sultan, of course, has done it quite well over the last couple of years. This time handing over her own keeping duties. Never easy if you are habituated with keeping wickets to let it go.
Experienced Jahanara Alam. Also making a comeback to the side, Jahanara Alam was in the ODI squad as well, but couldn't play a game. Obviously, Bangladesh played with an unchanged side throughout the three-match ODI series. Amy Hunter for Ireland, wicket-keeper as well, another exciting prospect. Looks to go after the bowlers using those inner circle.
Already, Mazhar, you can see how Jahanara uses her experience playing around the world, playing a lot of cricket in these conditions as well. When you talk about Dhaka, Sylhet, Chittagong, you've always seen Jahanara take the new ball in T20s with her bandana, the green bandana on her hair, and that's how she likes to operate. And she with the second ball, you could see how she's already brought a bit of variation to her bowling. You know, people always talk about batting as the most exciting part of T20 cricket. I would still say it's fast bowling as well, and spin bowling.
Good start by Jahanara Alam. She's a changed cricketer. In the past couple of years, after being dropped from the side, she worked on her fitness. In fact, she was one of the top 3 scorers in the yo-yo test just before the series. Super fit. Gabby Lewis, the skipper for Ireland, another prolific performer, handed over the baton by Laura Delaney as a permanent skipper of the Ireland side. Ireland and Amy Hunter are off the mark.
That's a relief for Amy Hunter, who's opening in T20s. She was batting at number 3 in the ODI series. Sarah Forbes was the opener in the one-day series. It's a bit of a promotion for the wicketkeeper batter Amy Hunter.
Gabby Lewis making sure the fielders are at the right place just before facing her first delivery. Short ball, pull away. Not convincing though, but she will get a couple. Gabby Lewis also gets off the mark.
Both batters will now be a bit relieved, get off the mark, first over of the innings. Jana is still bowling quite well. I think she understands the nature of T20s. She's played everywhere. She's played wherever women's cricket has gone. She's been Bangladesh's representative in certain tournaments, like the women's competition. We have the TV umpire, 𝗂𝗂 on our screen.
Good cricket all around. Dot ball to end the over. 3 without loss after 1. It's been a good start for Jana Alam on her comeback. 𝗂𝗃𝗃 with just 3 runs, bowled well. Amy Hunter will take the strike. Nigar Sultana Jyoti marshalling her troop. Very active cricketer, very proactive as a skipper. Bangladesh faced Ireland in T20Is 11 times, where Bangladesh won 8 times and Ireland winning 3. These two sides faced just once in Bangladesh at this same venue, Sam, back in 2014 during the ICC Women's T20 World Cup, where Bangladesh go on to win by 17 runs.
Yes, that was the tournament when we first saw Sylhet as a venue. Bangladesh are opening with 𝗂𝗂 from the pavilion end, the left-arm quick bowler.
Quick run taken. One overthrow. Bangladesh fielded really well in the ODI series, and they'll surely look to continue what they did in the ODI series. That was sloppy though.
The throw got away from the fielder there, missing the wicketkeeper and the backup. Just an extra run for Ireland, who now move on to 5 runs.
That was slapped on the onside. It was in the air for a while. I don't think it will reach the fence. But Amy Hunter will get a couple. The intentions are clear, Isam. She's going to use the inner field.
Yes, of course, power play, overs are on. It's early in the innings, but there is no better time to get a boundary. And Amy tried a shot that was a bit of a slap on towards mid-wicket, dragging that 𝗂𝗂 delivery from way outside off stump, trying to manipulate that field where most of the fielders are inside the circle. There was no deep fielder in that region. Couple of runs taken, showing her intent, Amy Hunter, telling us that she means business. She will go after the bowling, and already a bit of discussion. And now the wicketkeeper, as you'll see, will be wearing her helmet and standing up to the stumps, not taking a chance, Dilara.
That also sends a message to the batter not to go down the track with the wicketkeeper up. There's a deep mid-wicket in place. This time shot outside the off stump. 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃 is one of only 2 bowlers in the world to have T20i hat-tricks, 2 hat-tricks. Outstanding feat. In fact, she picked her first hat-trick on her T20i debut against Malaysia. Tried to improvise, missed everyone. It will reach the fence for 4. No signal, so it's a bye. Missed out everyone, Isam.
Again, Amy Hunter, she's played that shot a few times in the ODIs as well, but not as early as this one. She goes for it. The ball was outside the off stump, and it was slightly difficult for Dilara because the batsman was on the way, on her vision, on her left side. The ball went through and gone for 4. 4 byes, and a wicketkeeper would never like that next to her name.
That kept a bit low, but there's protection in the deep for 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗄𝗃. Ireland are coming after a very good run of form in this format, Isam, though they lost the ODI series, but they're yet to lose a bilateral T20I series this year.
Yes, Ireland have had a good year in T20 cricket. They have done quite well in ODIs as well. They look like a developing side to me. They have a few gaps here and there, but they know what they're doing, and they've got experience as well. And they're trying out some new players as well. So this series obviously works as their window into the subcontinent.
That's a better line and length. Probably an inside edge. Saved Gabby Lewis. End of the over. 12 without loss after 2 Ireland. Two of the most successful Irish batters are out the middle. Gabby Lewis, obviously the skipper, being the highest run scorer for Ireland in 2024, scoring 511 runs before this game. Match referee, Supriya Rani Dash. So it's all female match officials today, Sam. Pretty interesting, must say.
That's a good save in the covers. Yes, Mazhar. This is progress for Bangladesh women's cricket, because now you can rely on a lot of these new faces as well. They're coming up, and Bangladesh Cricket Board, I think they're spending a lot of attention and time in women's cricket of late.
Bowling at a very good line, targeting the stump compared to the first over. She's bowling onto the stumps more so far in these 2 deliveries. She's eyeing to make sure the batter play her.
Sharp chance there at mid-wicket. No harm done, but good piece of fielding. Yes, Jahanara has already started off with 8 balls, just the 3 runs of her bowling. Good start.
Again, using that inner field, this time just behind the wicketkeeper. A very well executed shot by Amy Hunter.
Again, trying that lap shot. Takes, I think, partly the inside edge of the bat, Not quite timed it, but it has done the job. It's gone for 4, past the wicketkeeper and the short fine leg. Jahanara reacts because it went very close to the stumps. There was a chance there, but Amy Hunter goes for 4.
And that's gone. What a comeback. What a reply. Look at the reaction from Jahanara Alam. Outstanding. Ireland lost their first wicket, that too of Amy Hunter. It's Jahanara Alam removing the right-hander.
Big wicket for Jahanara. That was an excellent delivery. Jack back slightly, making enough movement, going between Amy Hunter's bat and pad. Could be a inside edge, but we'll have a look at that. It was an excellent delivery from Jahanara Alam. Bangladesh have their wicket, their early wicket that they've had in all the ODIs as well.
Zips through. Probably surprised her with an extra bit of pace as well. And that's the experience of Jahanara Alam. Amy Hunter departs after scoring 10 of 13. Ireland 16 for 1. So Jahanara Alam striking early for Bangladesh. What a comeback it has been for this experienced campaigner. 𝗂𝗚 Prendergast, the new batter for Ireland, coming at number 3. With Jahanara Alam, is on fire.
Excellent start from Jahanara. Already bowled, this is the second over. She's already looked very much on target. First attacking outside of stump and then attacking the stumps.
Good start. 𝗂𝗚 Prendergast will feel a lot better middling that delivery.
She will, but Jahanara, of course, again attacking the stumps. That's how she got the wicket. We look at that replay. Amy Hunter was probably caught in 2 minds trying to play that shot. She was trying to run that ball or trying to defend. Caught in 2 minds, loses her wicket there. Should have played that better.
𝗂𝗚 Prendergast off the mark. It's been an outstanding over by experienced Jahanara Alam. A wicket and just 5 runs from it. Ireland 17 for 1. 𝗂𝗚 Prendergast and Gabby Lewis will need to put up a partnership. Yes, we are playing a T20 match, but at the same time, Ireland losing early wicket. As skipper Nigar Sultana Jyoti brings in Jannatul Shumona, the off spinner, making a comeback in the side. Interestingly, she played first-class cricket in Australia over the last 3-4 years. Even got a central contract of a state team.
Yes, Jannatul Shumona, high caliber cricketer from Bangladesh, but she's played a lot of cricket in Australia in the last few years.
Had the opportunity to speak with her before the series. She worked on her spin and the revolution. Mostly likes to bowl wicket to wicket, keep things tight. Straight to the fielder.
This looks like a very accurate bowler to me. starts off quite well, 2 balls. She played for Bangladesh in 2018, I think a single T20. And what a story she's got. She went to Australia, became a better cricketer, I'm sure. And now she's back for her own country.
And she always wanted to play for Bangladesh. Even when she was in Australia, she took the challenge coming back here in Bangladesh. She spoke with Nigar Sultana Jyoti, and she said if you can perform here in the domestic cricket, the door is always open for you. Got away on that occasion.
Yes, and I think 𝗂𝗚-𝗃𝗃 will feel that she missed out with that delivery. It's already the 4th over. They've had one boundary and one boundary that went for byes, so not a lot of early big ones from Ireland. So 𝗂𝗚 would think that she missed out with that a delivery that was slightly on the leg stump.
Use of the crease, again straight to the fielder. At times it's frustrating for the batter. Despite middling the ball, couldn't find the gap.
Gabby Lewis just walked up to 𝗂𝗚 to tell her not to worry too much because they are the experienced duo for Ireland. This wicket is going to be valuable for Ireland. They wouldn't want to lose it so soon.
This time she connects, and connects well enough to get a boundary over the fielder's head of mid-off. Boundary to end the over. Ireland 21 for 1 after 4. It's also time to have a change in voice. We have Shravannoy Ghosh and Shanu Rabbani.
Very good afternoon, everyone, and very good afternoon to Shanu Rabbani. As there's going to be a change of ends for Fariha Trishna. As our colleagues already mentioned, she is one of the very few bowlers who's taken a couple of hat-tricks. But this is what transpired in the last delivery of the previous over, as Gabby Lewis came down the wicket and hit it nicely. Beg your pardon, it was 𝗂𝗚-𝗃𝗃 and with that boundary, she moved on to 5 of 8 deliveries. Gabby Lewis will be on strike against the left-handed seamer. The deep mid-wicket in place. The off-stump channel. And interesting, Shanur, there is a deep backward square leg and deep mid-wicket are the 2 fielders in the power play restrictions.
Yeah, she's got to maintain that outside off stump, 4th and 5th stump channel corridor. And Fariha Trishna, the way she bowls, you can always see she's looking for that swing early on in the innings.
Off the pads, bit of an appeal. Not much excitement shown. Good take from Dilara Akhtar down the leg.
Yeah, again, the length, you can tell she wants that swing off the air. This time, hitting the pitch and going inside. Getting lucky on this occasion, Trishna. Could have gone for a boundary.
This one, she just pushed it through with the angle. Will be extras as on-field umpire Sue Redfern just signals. Yeah, I was just watching them warm up, and the bowling coach, the pace bowling coach, Sheikh Robiul Islam Shiblu, what he placed was a few rings, Shanur, for Trishna to pitch it up. try and get the ball to come in. She has the talent, the skills.
She definitely does, but that's a brilliant shot. And pierces the gap through the covers for another boundary. Fantastic bit of timing, and you can see how quick the outfield is, Shomonnoy.
Yeah, it's a quite fast, well-trimmed outfield. Good-looking stroke. I think it was Nigar Sultana Jyoti, the Bangladesh captain, fielding at extra cover. Right, as she just got through her counterpart that had to go for 4 from Gabby Lewis. Wayward, and she's gone for it. I think it's gone all the way. Sue Redfern will wait and confirm she does. It is the first maximum of the Sonora T20i series between Ireland and Bangladesh.
Yeah, going down leg once again, and this time not so lucky for Trishna. She gets what she deserved with that delivery, a maximum. And Gabby Lewis, she's got the power, using her wrists very well to take it over the top and all the way.
Now she's changing the angle, is Fariha Trishna. She's coming round the wicket. I think I would have preferred her to try a bit more from over the wicket. Yeah, still Wayward, gone full. I understand it's the shorter format of the game, but I saw her warm up and she is capable of that. It's just that she needs to pitch the right line and length.
You can see what she's trying to do clearly. She wants the ball to take a bit of swing in the air. She's got a very good Yorker. Unfortunately, she's missing her lines a bit.
Goes short, in the air. Is the fielder in contention? I think it was Sharmin Shupta, who was perhaps a little too slow to come off the tracks.
Yeah, should go down as a chance there. And Gabby Lewis, she survives on this occasion. Trishna improving her lines and lengths and almost got rewarded. That was a tough chance nonetheless for Shupta.
And not the easiest, but I think she just did not make it on time. It just seemed as if she was late to it. We'll end the 5th with 1 more over to go in the power play. Ireland at 34 for 1. Thirteen runs of the 5th over. Here's the beautiful, scenic city of tea gardens, Sylhet. That's what the bowling card looks like. Jahanara Alam, still hungry, still hungry. This age, ample amount of experience, of course. Fariha Trishna going for some 13. I mentioned in the previous over that makes her figures look expensive. Shomona has bowled well. I think she will continue. No, it is Nahida. Another bowling change, goes straight. Now, we see the green tint all over the pitch, which perhaps hints that might skid a bit. Shanur might not turn as much as Mirpur.
Yeah, as you can see, she's really not trying to spin it much. Both the bowlers spin and pace. Nahid Akhtar, she's trying to flight it. And Trishna was trying to bowl full as well in the last over.
Moves across. Does Gabby Lewis. Has hit it well. Well timed. Will be thrown back by Shumona from the cow corner region. This hence, I think, The bowlers will have to rely heavily on mixing their pace up and the line and length, of course. Trying to keep it tight is Nahida.
I think the captain, 𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗃 would have preferred another over of pace, but seeing how things have gone, Ireland obviously getting off to a decent start, having lost the early wicket. She's brought on the spinner, the experienced Nahida.
She was just lining up for a big shot. 𝗿𝗲𝗽𝗃. Now this is going to be the last delivery. This is the last over of the power play. And keeping that into consideration, it's been a good over so far for Bangladesh.
Yeah, absolutely, Nahida, she was ready to bowl the final delivery, but Prendergast, she wasn't ready yet to really get going.
Yeah, watchfully behind it. So, sixth over, gone for one. Ireland women are 35 for 1. Yes, there's the signal from Sue Redfern after the end of power play. The Irish are 35 for 1. The captain still in the middle, was happy to win the toss. Now 𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗃 can spread her field. There's a sweeper deep in the offside along the boundary line, deep backward square leg and a long on. And will be change of ends for Jannatul Shumona. It's bowled and over from the other end. Reversed and got it away from the fielder. That races away for 4.
Fantastic shot by the captain, Gabby Lewis. That was cruise control. Not the most orthodox shots, but look at that. She had her balance all the way, played it along the ground, and this outfield is lightning. 4 more, and well deserved.
Actually, credits due to Gabby Lewis. Jannatul Shumona did see her open up. Perhaps that prompted her to push it harder for a quicker delivery. In the end, it was well adjusted by Gabby Lewis. Time dealt with in a more orthodox manner.
And I think that's more or less the length you want to be bowling in this wicket, because there's not much in it for the bowlers, but you still have to do the basics right. You have to pitch the ball in the right areas, and you will reap rewards.
A bit of a flight given on this occasion. Just going back to the boundary in that very first delivery, and it was well dealt with by Gabby Lewis in the end. But if she had missed, because it was a quicker delivery, and she was sort of hurried to get her bat down in time.
Yes, and one of her strengths, as we can see, she's very wristy. She's got strong wrists.
𝗿𝗲𝗽𝗃, an attempt to use her feet, uses soft hands. They're coming back for the second. This is good running. Good running between the Ireland batters.
Yeah, it's excellent understanding between the two. Understanding where the ball went, how fast it went, and the dimensions of the field. Early days here, and this is their first T20 international, or their first match here in this field, in this stadium in Sylhet. And they're figuring things out quite quickly. Impressive stuff by the Irish.
Yeah. Take a few steps forward down the wicket and then played it with soft hands, smart batting. Don't always need to hit boundaries. This time, she finds the gap and takes the aerial route. Few bounces to the boundary wedges. Orla Prendergast. What a shot.
Yeah, that's the first big shot by Prendergast, and look at that. Getting to the pitch of the delivery, having enough power and timing on that shot. Placement is perfect on this occasion, and that's a much needed boundary for her. These two are starting to build a very impressive partnership here for Ireland.
Just to remind everyone that the two fielders in the deep out of the three are there in that region. Oh, gone! She's a goner. What a comeback from Jannatul Shumona. Cleans Orla Prendergast up right after she was hit for a boundary. Orla Prendergast goes.
Now this is smart by Shumona because the last delivery it was a lot flatter and faster. This time she just waited a bit, and the batter, you could see she was hurried on this occasion. It came out a lot faster and spun a bit, and that's what did her in. So Orla Prendergast gone for 11 from 15. Ireland 46 for 2.
For 2. It's a nice comeback from Jannatul Shumona. A bit of bounce. Gave something more behind it as well. A fair bit of turn to surprise. I think it was more the quicker effect of it that dodged Orla Prendergast on that occasion. Now 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂's the new batter.
Exactly, Shauna, as I was saying, that she increased the pace in that delivery, and that did the trick. More or less an orthodox field here for 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂. 4 fielders inside the circle on the offside, 2 outside it on the leg side.
He plays it nicely, races away from Gabby Lewis. Now the new batter will be on strike. Now Nahida Akhtar has quite often came to the aid of the team, is one of those characters which Nigar Sultana Jyoti relies on heavily. Nahida got 6 wickets in the Sinora Island Tour of Bangladesh 2024 series powered by 𝗏𝗏𝗏. And courtesy of those 6 wickets, she's improved her ICC ODI World Rankings position, promoted from the 10th to the 7th.
Now, will that prove lucky for her in this match as well? Remains to be seen. She's off to a good start, just giving away 2 runs.
Again, did not find the gap. 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂, she needs to do is maybe take a few deliveries and rotate the strike, make most of the left and right hand batting combination that they have in the middle.
Absolutely. Again, you can see Nahida following what Shumona did in the last over, bowling it flatter, faster. Since there's not much in the pitch, it's all about varying your pace, trying to beat batters with the variance in pace.
Over the wicket of left-hander, again nudges it, finds the gap. There's no fielder. I think Bangladesh, could have had a fielder on the onside, closing in, just to prevent that single.
Nahida very much the leader of the spin attack for Bangladesh. She started off as a medium pace bowler, and then her coaches once said that go ahead, bowl spin, and then there was no looking back from there.
Now, I think more than a couple of times we've seen Gabby Lewis use that stroke, but has earned her singles so far.
We saw that in the ODIs as well. She's very adept at playing the sweep and the reverse. So big challenge for Nahida. But now 𝗃𝗂𝗃𝗃 is on strike.
He plays it with the angle, sweeps it. It's protection in the deep. Charmin Shukta throws it back. So 4 singles in this one. 50 is up for Ireland women. It's 50 for 2. On the board for Ireland, 50 for 2 after 8 overs. And you're going to see another change in the bowling attack. I think it's going to be ऋतुमणि who comes in as they take care of the field positions. There's going to be a change in the position beside me. Mazudinomi. Hello.
Hello, Shamannoy. Very good afternoon. ऋतुमणि, the new bowler for Bangladesh.
Looking for a quick single, and they do manage it. Right thing to do by 𝗃𝗂𝗃𝗃.
Skipper Gabby Lewis has been a terrific performer for Ireland. As I mentioned previously, she's been the highest run scorer for Ireland this year so far. She's also the all-time leading run scorer for Ireland in the shortest format of the game, scoring 2,223 runs in 91 innings. Experienced campaigner.
Yeah, plenty of experience, and that oozes in her performance, particularly the way she's carried herself today.
Just talking about Gabby Lewis, Shamannoy, look at her wagon wheel. Since 2023, she has scored 956 runs. She likes to play on the off side. She will take a single. As I was just mentioning, she likes to play on the offside, scoring 518 runs, 54% of those that she scored since 2023. Look at the wagon wheel here. She's the type of a batter who can score everywhere in the ground, behind and in front of the square as well. And look at her strike rate. Overall, it's 120. That's been smashed powerfully. And 𝗃𝗂𝗃𝗃 gets a boundary.
Just as we mentioned that she was doing the right thing, ideally taking singles, got a few deliveries to get her eye in, waited for that one, knew where the gap was. She's got the scanner on and places it nicely. Again, sticking to the basics, timing the ball, placing the ball, getting the result. 4 runs.
ऋतुमणि, under a bit of pressure, must say. She was in the ODI squad for the 3-match series. Change of field. 3 fielders patrolling the boundary on the onside.
Cover drive straight to Jyoti, who's fielding in the cover position. You mentioned, you showed us how good Gabby Lewis is all around the ground. And to give adequate support to the captain, someone like 𝗃𝗂𝗃𝗃, took her time, few deliveries. Hit straight, single not there. Good calling between the batters as Trishna shies with the left hand. Brings the end of the 9th over, 56 for 2. Ed the head coach of the Ireland women's team. He, as we all know, gone through the history and have been following the game for quite some time. This is one of those players who's represented two different countries in ICC World Cups. Ireland and England both. Has plenty of experience to guide the batters. Shorna Akhtar will be another change. Yes, Jyoti does have quite a few options, and she's making full use of it. Is Nigar Sultana Jyoti, sweeper on the offside. And she will come into play with that shot. And someone like an Ed Joyce, you know, understands and is quite modest about what the expectations are from his players, the team, what they're capable of. Yes, Mirpur, the surface was more slow and low, perhaps a bit sticky at times. I think both the teams, respectively, were licking their lips once they had a look at the pitch. And you had a good look at the surface. And something tells me this is the sort of a wicket where you need to play straight, as they are doing at the middle and back for two.
Rightly pointed out, Shaman Noy. At the same time, we haven't seen much of a turn in the surface, despite the wicket being dry and hard. Obviously because of the fact that there are live grass covered all across the deck. So there is a bit of zip off the surface. Shorna Akhtar is someone, not a big turner of the ball. And against the left-hander, if the batter thinks it would come into her, she will do a mistake.
That beats the fielder off the outside edge and will race away to the boundary. Don't think it was deliberate, but yet again they will take it with both hands off the bat of Leopold. 4.
That was cut away hard. With offered, she got enough time, as you mentioned rightly. Not where she actually wanted to hit it, but she'll take it.
You mentioned that Shorna Akhtar is not the biggest of spinners in terms of generating turn, but she is a tall player and might just generate that extra bounce, and that was on display, even though she was hit away for a boundary. Pitches it up. Fielder should be in contention. Beaten. Doesn't have enough legs. It does have enough legs. Wow. Leopold with the second boundary of the over.
Captain Nigar Sultana Jyoti won't be happy. Shorna Akhtar trying to be a bit more tempting, giving those loops to the left-hander with the mid-off inside the circle. It was always difficult. It was a valiant effort, but that was struck powerfully. To reach the fence, need to adjust her line. Look what the pitch is offering.
Pick the tempo up. Have the Irish. Oh, good comeback. Reply from Shorna Akhtar with the Rangan. 10 overs done with. Ireland women are 67 for 2. Back after the drinks break and back at the scenic, picturesque Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, hosting the first of the Sonora Island Tour of Bangladesh T20 Series 2024. We're just giving you all a recap. Gabby Lewis, Ireland captain, won the toss, decided to have a bat first. Halfway through, seems to be quite a good start.
Definitely. And with those wickets intact, Ireland have the luxury to go for the late launch in the back end of the innings. With Gabby Lewis looking really good, 23 of 19. 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗀 also giving her good support, 17 of 13. 𝗬𝗏𝗃 Alam bowled 2 overs, conceding 8 runs and a pick up a wicket. Bowled really well on her comeback. Experienced campaigner looking to make an impact.
It goes back of length as Gabby Lewis is using her feet. Now, I think the reintroduction of 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗀 Alam, I think it hints that Jyoti is looking for another wicket, a breakthrough. He understands the depth of the situation, the partnership that Gabby Lewis and 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗀 have gone ongoing.
Definitely, and especially after she bowled her first spell, where she targeted the off stump pretty much, hardly given any room. And with more confidence among the bowlers, 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗀 Alam was the right pick for skipper Nigar Sultana Jyoti. Interesting run up though.
I think that's off the bat and races away. Wow, 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗀 came down the wicket. On her knees is 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗀 as she is hit for 4.
Dilara Akhtar is having a terrible time behind the stump. This should have been taken. A bit nervous, must say, late to react on that occasion and probably standing a bit closer. With the pace 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗀 Alam is generating, this should have been taken.
Yeah, she will change it. The angle will 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗀. Yes, she is standing a bit closer. Wasn't the easiest. I would at least expect her to get some hand on it. But again, enforces the change. And will be penalized for that, will be 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗀. Now, what 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗀 has done, again, initially we remember the single she took. And now she's accelerating at a higher rate and taking the pressure off Gabby Lewis.
It was probably the message from the dressing room. With 8 wickets in hand, 10 more overs to go. With 2 set batters, I can say, can go for it.
Goes aerial. Mid-on was inside the circle. Up and away. Will be 4. It is.
This is brilliant batting by 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗀. Picked up the spot really well. She knew the fielder at mid-off was inside the circle. All she needed to do was play that over her head. It was good connection as well, sounded good. She seems to be a very intelligent cricketer.
She's putting it on display. This time along the ground. Fielder behind it. They manage to scamper for a single. Now what that again indicates is that Gabby Lewis will be playing a slightly longer knock.
Yeah, someone like Gabby Lewis would love to bat till at least 16th over. Maybe laid that platform with 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗀 striking hard at the moment. She will go after the bowlers, while the others will revolve around Gabby Lewis. But she's someone who loves to play her shot.
Full toss. Underneath it. Now Sharna is a contender. Misses it. She misjudged that ball altogether and allows that boundary. Will be the third in the over.
I think she overran on that occasion. She thought the boundary rope was just behind her, but in the process, while running forward, the ball gone away from her. Is this going to cost Bangladesh? It was skipper Gabby Lewis.
There's the singles and doubles they've been taking, besides the boundaries, that perhaps causing some of the fielders. There's confirmation of the 4. We'll see it again, which is causing the fielders perhaps to stay a few steps forward, inward, inside out. ऋतुमुनि manages to stop the ball. Leah Paul thinking about the second. Gabby Lewis wisely choosing not to take a risk. It's a good over for Ireland. Very good one. 11 done. 83 for 2. Partnership proving to be a very good one for Ireland women. Reverses. No one behind. And that is running away as Jahanara chases it. Enough behind it to race away for a boundary.
Clever, very clever by Gabby Lewis, using the pace of the bowler, waited for it till the last moment and make sure it goes past the fielder. A boundary up front in the over, putting pressure to the bowler.
It was the same case in the previous over as well. He showed us this wagon wheel of Gabby Lewis. We saw a bit of, stroke play on the square leg region, the long on region. We've seen her hit that long one. And there she goes again towards, oh yes, what a stroke. Bisecting those fielders on the onside, 4 runs.
That is a cracking shot by Gabby Lewis. The moment it hit the bat, boundaries written all over it. There were 2 fielders at deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. But look at the power. The fielders could only watch it.
Sounded sweet off the bat. Most importantly, this is clean hitting from Gabby Lewis. This time off the back foot. We'll be happy with the single.
Scored her second T20 100 against Sri Lanka in August this year. Gabby is the only Irish batter to score 2 T20 100s for Ireland. Amy Hunter got 1.
Again, we've seen this. At actual, she is making it happen again today here at the Sylhet International. Is the Ireland captain, Gabby Lewis. Looked it to mind, has done her homework, and most importantly is executing it in the middle. Yeah, will be going down the leg.
Shubhana was touch unlucky, must say. Bowled well at times, missing those line and length. On her comeback,
nicely cut away from the sweeper. She has a job to do. She doesn't do that job. She doesn't do it well. Will be the 3rd boundary yet again. Consecutive overs of 3 boundaries for Ireland.
not good fielding, must say. The ground fielding hasn't been up to the mark, so does the catching. This time it was Trishna, the fielder, Covered all the ground, just couldn't hold on to it. Another boundary for 𝗃𝗂𝗃. She reaches to 30 of just 18 deliveries.
Well placed stroke. Straight pull, straight to the fielder. Sends the captain back, rightly so. Another good over. Oh, now overthrows, allows extra runs. The 50 partnership has also come up. This is not good from Bangladesh. Ireland are 97 for 2 after 12.
What a partnership it has been for Ireland. 51 of just 30 deliveries. 𝗃𝗂𝗃 and Gabby Lewis, making sure Ireland go on to post somewhere near 150, 160, maybe even more.
A vast change in the Ireland approach since I was in my last stint as on commentary. And Bangladesh's fielding has unraveled slightly. This last 2 overs, a dropped catch, a missed boundary, and then another missed boundary. 6 boundaries in the last 2 overs for Ireland. They've completely turned things around. 97 for 2 in 12 overs. The run rate is over 8. Projected score goes up to 163.
Nicely played. Once again, eyeing that gap in between the fielders, deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. 𝗃𝗂𝗃 will play with her strength, preferring the onside pretty often. Just one fielder patrolling the offside boundary. 3 on the onside. Fine leg up inside the circle. Again going for that slog sweep. Nahida bowled a lot slower and dragged back the length.
Yes, Nahida comes from the media end, bowling a 3rd over. The onus is on her. Ooh, that was so close. 𝗃𝗂𝗃 is lucky that it didn't hit the stumps.
What a shot. Goes all the way for maximum. 𝗃𝗂𝗃 is on a roll now. She's dealing in boundaries and sixes.
Excellent shot from 𝗃𝗂𝗃 there. Going down the wicket, judging that delivery perfectly and lofting it over. Past the long on fielder for a 6. She moves on to 39 of 22. Toe to toe with Gabby Lewis.
With that 6, Ireland reaches to 100. They are now 105. And looking for the second run. Ran the first one hard. No, they have to settle for a single. Nahida being the most experienced and the successful bowler for Bangladesh. She's the only bowler for Bangladesh to pick up 2 5-wicket hauls. Beg your pardon, more than 100 wickets in T20 format. But she's under pressure at the moment, Isam.
Yes, Nahida must be slightly surprised as well. She bowled really well in Mirpur in the 3 ODIs against Ireland. Back at her best. That was a good length delivery that Gabby Lewis had to play off the front foot. Gabby Lewis having taken the back seat in the last few overs with the left-hander 𝗃𝗂𝗃 going bonkers against Bangladesh. The run rate is up to 8.26. Projected to be a good score for the first T20.
Again, powerfully struck, but this time straight to the fielder at deep mid-wicket. End of the over, Ireland 107 for 2 after 13. Nahida Akhtar, promoted at number 7 in women's ODI bowling rankings from 10. But at the moment, the Irish batters will look to play her big strokes.
There is a bit more good news for Bangladesh apart from Nahid Akhtar's improvement in the rankings from number 10 to number 7. Sharmin Supta, the ICC has already recognized her for the month of November as the Player of the Month. She's one of the nominees for this award. We're yet to know whether she's won it or not, but that's the first time that she's been nominated for the Player of the Month award.
Oh, tried to play that across the line. Lucky there. He's got something on the bat in the end. That's the line 𝗬𝗠𝗺𝗃 normally bowls. With a change of pace.
Yes, 𝗬𝗠𝗺𝗃 cannot really settle into one pace or one sort of delivery here. She has to bring out her bag of tricks, make sure that the batter is on her feet. But right now 𝗬𝗂𝗃 and Gabby Lewis both batting on 40, but 𝗬𝗂𝗃 at a higher rate.
Both the batters are now on their 40s. 𝗬𝗂𝗃 41 of 24, Gabby Lewis 40 of 29. 6 more overs to go after this. Where do you see this total going, Isam? Somewhere near 170?
Indeed, if 𝗬𝗂𝗃 sticks around for a few more deliveries, we can see the wagon wheel right now of Gabby Lewis. Gabby Lewis is on strike, goes for the sweep shot, and that's gone for 4 through fine leg. Excellent shot again from Gabby Lewis, and it seems like they're having a competition who can reach their 50 first. Gabby Lewis moves on to 44.
Not the best of deliveries from 𝗬𝗠𝗺𝗃 with fine leg up inside the circle. It was always difficult to stop that boundary. And the type of form Gabby Lewis is at the moment, she's gonna hit everything.
Yes, as you just mentioned, I think Ireland will be looking at something like a 160 or 170 at this point. They still have 6 overs after this left. And at the rate that they're going, this was actually slightly better over for Bangladesh. 𝗬𝗠𝗺𝗃 so far only going for 6 runs. Have a look at Gabby Lewis's wagon wheel here. A lot of shots on the leg side, mid-wicket, square leg and long on.
That sounded sweet. That sounded really sweet, and it traveled all the way for a sixer. With that 6, Gabby Lewis brings up her 50 as well of just 32 deliveries.
Wonderful batting from Gabby Lewis. Reaches her landmark with a 6 over square leg. From the moment it hit the bat, Mazhar, you knew this was going for 6. The ping of the bat, as they say. End of the over, 14 overs gone. Ireland are 119 for 2.
Last ball of the previous over. Gabby Lewis struck that in the sweetest part of the bat.
And Mazhar, the shot that Gabby Lewis played, it wasn't a full-on, full-blooded shot. She checked herself when she knew that she had already timed it, not going fully, lest she maybe top edge it, but that was the right amount of force that she generated. Looking at her numbers here, 6 4s, 2 6s. She's run the 1s and 2s as well, just the 1-2 of course, but she's run the singles quite well. 6 more, and this time it's 𝗬𝗂𝗃.
Sixer of the very first ball of the over puts Jannatul Shumona under tremendous pressure. And this time it's 𝗬𝗂𝗃. She's been preferring to play this shot pretty often in this innings. And oh boy, the connection was sweet.
And this one was hit in front of long on, not through mid-wicket or square leg that Gabby Lewis is preferring. She got her foot right away from the ball, slightly on the right of the ball, made room for herself and slapped it over long on.
Good comeback. Still, 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗀 will scamper through for a single. I think Bangladeshi bowlers bowled a lot fuller today. With the surface not having enough turn, I think they could have dragged back the length, especially the spinners.
You mean they could have bowled a harder length maybe, just like they tried in Dhaka. And with a truer bounce here in Sylhet, that could have been an option. And whenever Nahida actually has tried that, Ireland haven't really got her away.
Every time 𝗂𝗵𝗄𝗃 is connecting that, it sounds so sweet, Isam. She is in terrific touch.
Yes, that was a great shot again. Just pity that it went straight to the fielder there for a single. The way 𝗂𝗵𝗄𝗃 and 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗀 have played, Ireland can see a bigger score coming up.
We spoke about the challenge of the Irish side coming here in the subcontinent. We have seen the struggle in the ODI series, the first one. But as the tour progresses, the improvement was also visible. And in the first T20i now, they are on a roll, dominating Bangladesh.
Excellent batting from 𝗂𝗵𝗄𝗃 and 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗀. That's what they wanted in Mirpur in the 3 ODIs, and now they've done it in Sylhet.
I think it's also the surface giving the Irish side a lot more confidence compared to Mirpur, which has always been a mystery.
Yes, I think the mystery is in the bounce or the amount of hardness on the pitch here in Sylhet. You can visibly see when you're walking around that pitch. It is quite hard. Got a bit of grass cover on it.
𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗀 now reaches to her 50 of just 28 deliveries, and what a partnership it is turning out to be for Ireland. After 15, they are 130 for 2. 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗀 just reached her 50. It's keeper 𝗂𝗵𝗄𝗃 at the other end. Already reached her 50. And Ireland had the perfect platform to go for the late launch. 5 more overs to go. It will be an interesting last few overs of this Irish innings.
And you can see from the Bangladesh fielders, there is a bit of, I wouldn't say panic as yet, but there is concern in some of the faces, because they would know that Sylhet has that potential to allow the side batting first. A big score. We are also batting, or Ireland are also batting in the first half of a day game. One of the better times to bat at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. But you also have to have the intention to want to score a big one. Fariha Trishna is back into the attack with the wicketkeeper up, third man and fine leg, short third and fine leg in place, short fine leg in place.
Again down the ground. A couple of bounces to reach the fence for 4. Both the batters are now blazing all guns, putting pressure onto the bowler in the very first delivery of an over and gaining that momentum.
Yes, first boundary coming up in the first ball of the over. This is the slog over, or the death overs as you speak about. Crucial that the batter gets a boundary early, puts pressure on the bowlers and the fielding side and the fielding captain. Trishna will have to now work to keep this batter quiet.
Again eyeing that deep mid-wicket region. Just one bounce to the fielder. But both the batters will now go after anything that comes around. It reaching those 50s and 8 wickets in hand. Will surely be eyeing somewhere near 170 or maybe even more.
What also will help 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗧 and Gabby Lewis is the fact that they are a left and right combination, which no bowler in the world would say that they prefer in the middle.
It was a good toss to win for Ireland, must say. As you mentioned previously, teams winning the toss batting first got that edge. Before this game, 43 matches played in this venue, with teams batting first winning 30 of those.
Clear advantage for the side batting first, of course. 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗧 is looking for a boundary. Takes a single to deep mid-wicket. Slightly frustrated with the shot that she played. Took the inside half of the bat as it spluttered to the deep mid-wicket fielder. That brings 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗧 back on strike. 2 balls to go in the over. The two batters have already put the Bangladesh fielders under pressure.
Again, playing that ramp, using that circle and getting the boundary. 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗧 is playing all across the ground and she is in terrific touch.
Excellent shot from 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗧. She understood the pace of Fariha Trishna. Not a really quick delivery there. She gets into position and just like Amy Hunter, plays that ramp shot slightly better than Amy Hunter this time, and that goes for 4. With the fine leg up, that's a shot. That shot is on.
𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗧 will only get a single. 17 fours and 4 sixes so far in this Ireland innings. They are 141 for 2 after 16. It's also time for change of voices. We have Shamanay Ghosh and Shanu Rabbani.
Thank you, Mazharuddin. Ireland women are cruising along, courtesy of Gabby Lewis and 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗧. This has been an impressive display of batting between the two. Superb, absolutely superb. Now just 5 runs away from 100 partnership between the two for the 3rd wicket. As we see Ritumoni being brought back into the attack. Juggling her bowlers is Nigar Sultana Jyoti. Is looking for the scoop yet again. A ricochet off the wicket-keeper.
Well, the last time I was on commentary feels like eons ago, because Ireland were nowhere near this run rate and the complexion of the match looked much more different. But these two have held this innings together and they've accelerated accordingly. And right now, it seems like there needs to be a change in ball, and the batters will quickly just have a few drinks, try and rehydrate themselves.
The partnership now 95 of 54, and previous delivery hit Dilara Akhtar, the wicket-keeper's shoulder, then went on to the fielder behind her. Yeah, that's the cut-off time. And 4 minutes to go. And 3 overs to go after this. So 3.5 overs remaining. So the Bangladesh women are in danger of having a fielder reduced. In the overs to come.
Yeah, one of the fielders, instead of the usual 5 that can field outside the inner circle, one of them has to come in. More importantly, this stadium is going through a bit of a renovation, and the floodlights, from what we hear, they're not operational currently. So, more importantly, how much time do we have and how much light do we have remains a bigger question.
That remains to be seen. The partnership now corrected 96. So four more runs to a 100-run partnership. It has been a magnificent display from Gabby Lewis, and Leah Paul has really given her some support. Again moves across. She's favored that mid-wicket square leg region today. Gabby Lewis misses it on this occasion.
Yeah, 𝗬𝗠𝗧 mixing it up nicely, enticing the batters to take that aerial route on the leg side because of the protection on the offside.
Again, into the gap. Fielders have some work to do. Slides early, the Charmin Chupta, as the batters come back for the second.
Excellent running between the wickets, good fielding as well. It's beautiful conditions for cricket, if you ask me, Shamunnoy. There's a cool breeze across the ground, and we are entering winter here in Bangladesh, so Ireland will be enjoying it.
Off the toe of the bat, it's in the air, falls safe as Jahanara was running backwards. Fortune favors the brave, as they say. Gabby Lewis favored on this occasion.
Just the 2 dot balls in the last 12 deliveries, and that's something that the Irish batters, and especially this pair of Paul and Lewis, have done exceedingly well. They've hardly allowed any dot deliveries. They've looked to rotate the strike. They've played boundaries wherever possible. And as I just said a while ago, the conditions are favoring them.
In the block hole. Running the first one hard, second one not there. Shanur, you mentioned the run rate and how it accelerated. The end of the power play, they were 35 for 1, going at 5.83 and over. Now they're going at above 8.5 and over.
In stark contrast to what we saw in the early overs.
Goes for the reverse, connects it, enough, away from the fielder as she was inside the circle, 4 runs.
Captain leading from the front. We've seen that reverse by Gabby Lewis previously, and that brings up the Irish 150 cutoff time, as we were saying, is 3:24. Currently it's at 3:22. After 17, it's 150 for 2.
As Shanu rightly pointed out, 150 is up on the board. Gabby Lewis having a word with Rokia Sultana, on-field umpire. Farhia Trishna from the pavilion end. Leah Paul comes down the wicket, goes aerial, long on, running in was Nigar Sultana Jyoti, falls short as she throws back. The batters have come back for the second. This is great running.
Again, this has been the theme throughout this innings. Irish batters running between the wickets very efficiently and getting the job done. They're firmly on the ascendancy in this match.
Ramsit full short of a fielder as they again scamper for a single. Now, 15 boundaries have been hit between the two batters. They share equally 2 sixes each.
Yeah, you see how she's using her crease so well. 𝗂𝗂𝗋𝗄 moves on to 65 from 36.
It's an awkward shot. Goes in front of square.
So Bangladesh will be penalized, it seems, after this over. That's the word we are getting.
Oh, gone! 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗃 has perhaps slowed it down a bit, made room for herself, did Gabby Lewis, but was cleaned up in the process.
We spoke about Lewis having great balance throughout the innings. This is the first time we saw her lose it, and in the end, it results in her losing her wicket as well. 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗃, she likes bowling it full, and you can see she reaps the rewards of pitching it in the stumps. Finally, the breakthrough. Lewis gone for 60 from 42. Ireland 153 for 3.
The captain goes for 60 of 42. Ireland have just lost their third wicket, but the damage has been already done. Courtesy of that partnership between Gabby Lewis and 𝗂𝗂𝗋𝗄, which is worth well over 100. Laura Delaney comes in with heaps of experience. The stage is all set for her to set off the fireworks. Can 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗃 get a few more? Well bowled.
Yeah, Trishna, she's been a bit expensive today, but this over, it's been very good. And you see her just making sure she pitches it in line with the stumps. I think she was struggling with her action, and her shoulder was dropping a bit early on.
It takes pace off on this occasion. It was an angled-in delivery that got her the wicket. Wicket taking over this one from 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗃. Ireland are 153 for 3. Two more overs remain. Ireland already have a pretty good total on the board. 153 for 3. Nigar Sultana-Jyoti during the toss mentioned that she would have liked to restrict them to below 120. Now here's the signal. Last two overs, Bangladesh are only allowed 3 fielders outside the circle as IORP has been applied. This is due to inside part of the bat. Throwed it down, had a stump to aim at perhaps. Dilara missing it. But Bangladesh punished for not finishing their quota of 20 overs within the time limit.
Yeah, absolutely. Been too slow overall, off the mark. And again, in the field, there have been chances for Bangladesh. Had just the one stump to aim at Dilara. And had she hit it, Delaney would have been short of her ground. 𝗂𝗃𝗃, on the other hand, moving on to 66 as a result.
This is good running yet again. New partner in. Moves across. Eyeing that gap. Again, quick single taken. Nahida was shouting for the fielder to throw it at her end.
Despite not taking a wicket, Nahida has been economical. 3.2 overs, given away just the 17 runs, leading the bowling.
Down the wicket, 𝗂𝗃𝗃 in the air. A few drops to Shobhana Mustari. They manage only a single.
She's doing a good job here, Nahida Akhtar, making sure that the new batter gets back on strike with a packed offside field.
Down the wicket, hits it straight. Jyoti, being the captain, it's right at the boundary. You see smiles in the Irish camp, having a chat with the Bangladesh coach, former Sri Lankan middle order batter Hassan Tilukaratne. Moves across, straight to the fielder, but they manage a single importantly. Mentioned how he has motivated the players and take away that fear of failure as we see the single. But I think in today's match, what's going to come into play is the scoreboard pressure. Bit of a chat between the coach and the captain. Job half done. Down the wicket, misses it altogether. Nahida gets her first. As Laura Delaney was looking for a maximum, but Dilara makes no mistake in stumping her out.
Excellent bowling by Nahida Akhtar. She really deserved that wicket. And Laura Delaney, she had made up her mind. She wanted to get to the pitch of the delivery, missing the line. And Dilara made no mistake behind the stumps. So that's the fourth wicket down, and excellent bowling by Nahida, making the new batter play the bulk of the deliveries. Ireland lose their fourth wicket.
Here's the wicket yet again. Was the penultimate over, so no harm in trying. Wickets in hand, they have to go. And Laura Delaney tried that occasion. Nahida got the better of her. It was a good take nonetheless by Dilara as Una Raymond Hui comes in as the new batter. Again, just a gentle reminder that Bangladesh have been penalized to not meeting and finishing their quota of 20 overs within 3:22 local time. We are here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium for the first T20 of the Senora Island Tour of Bangladesh series powered by Ruchi. And we're already over 10 minutes as Jahanara prepares herself to bowl the last over. And hence, Bangladesh can only afford to keep 3 fielders outside the circle, 3 fielders in the boundary. Jahanara comes in. Was looking for the scoop. Did not connect.
You're talking about scoreboard pressure, Shamunna. It could have been much bigger. The last few overs have been quite good from a Bangladeshi perspective. Ireland, though they've made 158 already, the last few overs, the run rate has come down a bit. Not more than 6 runs coming in the last 2 overs. And Jahanara Alam looking to finish things off well. Maybe carry some momentum into the batting innings.
It was outside the off. She was trying to drag it and hit it on the onside. Was 𝗂𝗃𝗃. An important dot ball for Bangladesh. This has been so impressive from 𝗂𝗃𝗃. She's batting at a strike rate of 160 plus.
Yeah, and having a word with the non-striker, Raymond, and you look at the field setup. There are 4 fielders inside the circle on the offside, 2 on the leg side. So Jahanara, she's going to try and bowl in that 4th stump channel. There is some protection at the deep on the offside.
Yeah, she's looking for that onside. They're coming back for the second. This could be danger. Jahanara, has she collected in time, taken the bails off? She was in a hurry as the batters were in a rush. And on-field umpire, Rokeya Sultana, signaling and transferring it over to the TV umpire. Shathira Jagir has some work to do.
Yeah, the batter is nowhere near Jahanara. She's collected, and yup. A very good take, a very good throw. Excellent fielding effort there by Bangladesh.
Importantly, she got behind the stumps despite being a seam bowler. Got behind the stumps, collected it, and does the job right, does Jahanara, as the batter has to go. It is a run out. And it will be Una Raymond Hui, the new batter, who departs without facing a delivery. Ireland are 159 for 5.
And there we see this has been a feature throughout the Irish innings. Excellent running between the wickets. On this occasion, not so much. And the fielding by Bangladesh, it's been lax for the most part. Here, we see a much better fielding effort. And Sharna getting the run out. Excellent throw. Jahanara Alam's over has been fantastic so far. Can she finish off with a few more good deliveries? It's still going to take a lot of chasing. Something around 160. Bangladesh will have to break a few records when it comes to chasing these many runs.
Another 3 deliveries to go. Yes, it was an excellent throw from Sharna. But job not yet done. Sarah Forbes is the new batter in. Oh, sublime. Sublime timing and placement. 4 runs from the bat of Leah Paul.
Well, the length was there to be pulled, and what Leah Paul did is she shuffled just a bit across to manufacture that gap that you see, and she found it perfectly between square leg and deep fine leg. As a result, she moves on to 73. I was speaking about Jahanara Alam needing to bowl in that 4th stump channel because she's got the packed offside field, she's got the protection at deep point, but on the leg side there are plenty of open spaces, there are gaps, and that's what Leopold will look to exploit.
Yeah, the 2 fielders in the deep, long on deep mid wicket, 73. Quick runs from Leopold and still goes on. Full. Excited was Jahanara. Runs away as the umpire signals it is off the bat.
If fortune favors the brave, they say, and on this occasion it's favoring Leah Paul. She was not in control here. Jahanara Alam getting the outside edge, but unfortunately for her, it goes to the boundary through the gap. And we talked about this outfield being lightning quick. We saw another example here.
Yeah, it is. It is a fantastic outfield. Lush green. But Leah Paul using her crease so well. On the boundary before this, she was deep in her crease. She goes again, off the pads. Placed. The sparing effort. Dive in. They're coming back for the second. Throw at the wicket-keeper's end. Dilara collects and underarms to the stumps. And it seems as if Leah Paul has made it on time. What an effort. What an effort with the bat. And the legs were on charge. Putting pressures on the fielder. Hence that big smile as they have managed to put 169 for 5 of the 20 overs. Leah Paul, star of the show. 79 of 45. And getting the job done batting all throughout till the end of the 20th over. She was the set batter and she capitalized.
It'll take sun chasing for Bangladesh. We can see the batters are quite pleased with the work they've done. Ireland looking for their first victory in this tour of Bangladesh. And you look at that batting card. Amy Hunter got off to a decent start, couldn't continue. Gabby Lewis leading from the front, 60 from 42. Orla Pendergrast with 11, but then 𝗂𝗂𝗧, the star of the show, 79 for 45 deliveries, and really that 100-plus run partnership with Gabby Lewis set up the innings for Ireland.
Yeah, this is how the bowling card looks like. It's the third column that Bangladesh fans would like to avoid. The most economical was Nahida Akhtar, 1 for 20. But apart from that, Jahanara, Farhiya Trishna, Jannatul Shumona, all getting wickets apiece and proving to be quite expensive. Ireland skipper Gabby Lewis won the toss, decided to have a bat first, and wasn't the slowest of starts, but it was quite steady initially from Amy Hunter and Gabby Lewis. She was right from on the go. Gabby Lewis is on to the bowlers, that square leg region, just threw her bat at it. There was an opportunity, but did not make it in time, Sharmin Shupta. But she went on with her business, did Gabby Lewis, and until she was cleaned up. Beg your pardon, yes, it was Orla Pendergast on that occasion. It's cleaned up by Shona. But they played really well, yes. Fortunate on a few occasions, but then again, they manipulated the bowlers and truly capitalized on it.
There are some big hits towards the end as well, and some bits of poor fielding, but really strong on the leg side and square of the wicket was 𝗂𝗂𝗧, and she made sure that the score reached close to that 170. An excellent display of batting, timing, power hitting. As we can see, another example, plenty of sixes on the leg side, straight down the ground, a few boundaries, and then this, the reverse sweep. That was a feature before that partnership finally came to an end, and then a flurry of wickets fell before a few more boundaries were hit at the death. Some rare good fielding by Bangladesh on this occasion. Jahanara Alom getting a wicket in her final over, but then 𝗂𝗂𝗧 had other ideas. She wanted to hit a few more boundaries as Ireland end the innings on 169.
Over to Mohammad
We
Isam.
have with us 𝗂𝗂𝗧, who scored 79 of 45 balls in the first T20 against Bangladesh. Leah, congratulations, great batting. Ran hard, 10 boundaries, 2 sixes. How was it? Oh, you've got a mic.
Yeah, I think it was good to be out there. We know we are strong in the T20 format, and we wanted to show that today after a disappointing ODI series. So I think that was the message for the team, to go out and play positively, and that's what I tried to do.
Tell us about the partnership with your captain.
Yeah, I love batting with Gabby. I think she's a great person to bat with. Clear communication, and we always have a bit of fun out there, which is great.
Last question, enough on the board to beat Bangladesh today?
Hopefully, yeah, I think our bowlers know their plans pretty well in the T20 game, so hopefully we can defend this.
Thank you so much, Leah.
Thank you.
Yes, Mohammad Isam with 𝗂𝗂𝗧, who scored a blistering knock and managed Ireland to 169, and that means Bangladesh need 170 runs of the 20 overs to win the first T20i of the Sonora Ireland Tour of Bangladesh Series 2024, powered by 𝗬𝗎. We'll take a short break and come back.
Ireland posted 169 for 5 in 20 overs. 𝗬𝗂𝗂 top scoring with 79, unbeaten of 45 deliveries. Gabby Lewis, the skipper, 60 of 42. Bangladeshi bowlers had a tough time out there today. Nahida being the most economical, giving away 20 for her 1 wicket. Fariha Trishna and Jahannar Alam also picked up a wicket each, but it will be a challenge for the host when they come out to chase the target of 170. Ireland batted really well, coped really well, I must say. After their 3-0 defeat in the ODI series, they bounced back really well and came in with a counter-punch against Bangladesh, as they will be out there to defend the target. It's a good total on the board. They've managed to score 39 runs in the last 5 overs. And the bowlers now have something on the board to challenge the Bangladeshi batters, as I'm joined by Shanur Rabbani.
Thank you so much, Mazhar. More than challenge, I would feel. And you just mentioned in the last 5 overs, Ireland scored just 39 runs. So the main damage was done from over number 5 to over number 15 in that big partnership and between 𝗬𝗂𝗂 and Gabby Lewis. The 2 batters are in the middle, and Ireland will feel quite happy with what they've managed. They'll feel like they're ahead in this match by quite a bit, and Bangladesh will have to bat a lot better than what we've seen from them in this series.
Dilara Akhtar, the opening batter for Bangladesh. As Bangladesh will be looking to make a positive start. As you mentioned rightly, it's going to be a big challenge for the Bangladeshi batters, chasing the target of 170. 𝗂𝗚 Prendergast got the new ball in her hand to start the proceedings for Ireland. Came back in sharply. Tall bowler 𝗂𝗚 Prendergast will get that extra purchase from the surface.
Yeah, clearly there seems to be some juice in it, because we saw it swinging in the air and then movement off the surface. 𝗂𝗚 Prendergast for Ireland. She's definitely got the goods as far as tall and fast bowling is concerned.
Oh, that was a wild hoik by Dilara Akhtar. Hasn't had the best of time behind the stumps today. She's looking to make an impact up front with that expansive shot.
Yeah, there's so much swing on offer from the first 2 deliveries, and the only reason the last delivery didn't hit the stumps is because of how tall 𝗂𝗚 is. She pitched it on a good length, it just bounced a bit more.
Gone down the leg side. First 2 deliveries. Hint of movement from 𝗂𝗚 Prendergast.
That will give the bowler a lot of encouragement. I know the last delivery went for a wide. Subhana Mustari at the non-strikers end. She's the other opener. They will look to score runs quickly, but there's plenty on offer for the bowlers.
This time she connects it. And that sounded really good. I don't think it will reach the fence. Just floating in the air for a while. But Dilara Akhtar, with a couple, gets off the mark.
Now the reason it didn't get any more momentum after landing is because she just looked to scoop it up in the air rather than power it through. And as a result, it's just 2 runs. She's back on strike. Bangladesh 3 without loss from the first 3 deliveries.
This time wide outside the off stump, cut away. Will it reach the fence? It does. First boundary of the innings for Bangladesh, and it came off the bat of 𝗬𝗓𝗓.
Much better on this occasion by 𝗬𝗓𝗓 because she timed it instead of just trying to play it in the air. As we can see, it was short and wide there to be hit. There was that fielder at the deep backward point region, but it was square enough to avoid the fielder. And that's the first boundary of the Bangladesh innings.
Hardly any foot movement. This is an area 𝗬𝗓𝗓 needs to work on. We have seen her playing away from her body. Even the boundary that she scored, it was wide. But this time, hardly any foot movement.
Perhaps playing for the swing as well, Mazhar, because in the first few deliveries we saw how much in-swing Prendergast got. This time it didn't swing, it went straight.
Again helps that away on the onside. Again, it won't reach the fence, but these are valuable runs. A very positive start from Bangladesh and 𝗬𝗓𝗓. They are 9 without loss after the first over. Bangladesh, after the 3-0 victory over Ireland in the ODI series, will be looking to change their fortune in the T20 format. In 2024, this year, Bangladesh played 16 matches, won just 3 and lost 13 with a win percentage of just over 18.
That's the outer field, the Sylhet Outer Stadium. Beautiful facilities here in Sylhet and very scenic venue. Great weather for cricket, as we've mentioned.
Eva Canning, the new bowler, started off with a wide down the leg side. You can see the intention from 𝗬𝗓𝗓. She's given the license to go after the bowler right from the word go. Shobhana Mustari, on the other hand, I'm sure she would like to play the way Gabby Lewis batted initially, taking her time and then go after the bowlers.
Yeah, she'll have to bowl that again. There is swing, and the batters, they take a bye as well. So the thing they'll want to do is, yes, while you can take your time and try and get yourself set, when you have a target and it's a big one, there's always that pressure of the number of runs required from the number of deliveries left, and that can force you into playing false shots more often than not.
Bangladesh got a different opening pair compared to the ODI series. No Farzana Haq, no Mushida Khatun opening the innings. 𝗬𝗓𝗓 and Shobhana Mustari. Mushida, another crucial batter in Bangladesh's lineup. Oh, again, that came in sharply. This time the line and length was good, but still, she will get a couple.
Yeah, we saw plenty of good running between the wickets between the Irish batters. Now we see it for Bangladesh, and that's the first legal delivery in this over. So slowly and steadily, Bangladesh keeping up with the required run rate, but it is early days, and she seems to have hurt herself a bit. 𝗬𝗓𝗓 looking at her thumb, talking with Shobhana Mustari, perhaps instead of letting Shobhana feel it, it's better to take the help of a physio. But in any case, I think she'll want to continue.
Right, 𝗬𝗓𝗓, this year she's among the top 3 run getters with 204 runs in 15 innings with a strike rate of 111. This is the way she plays. She'll go after the bowler. She needs to be careful though. There's 2 fielders deep on the onside, at deep mid-wicket and deep square leg.
Tell you what, that looked quite close. Plenty of movement and plenty of swing inside. The only thing the umpire would be thinking of is, was it going down leg?
Bowling wide of the crease. Trying to take the ball into the right-hander, just missing out on her line. Need to adjust on that one.
Another wide and another bye for the two batters, so plenty of extras in this over already. We've seen Bangladesh being slow with their over rate in the first innings. Ireland will not want to do that.
Keeping wickets intact will be key for Bangladesh. They need a stable start. And as we have seen later in the innings, how Bangladesh managed to came back, giving away 39 runs the last 5 overs. It's important to have a stable start for Bangladesh.
Played nicely, but no run on this occasion.
Most runs for Bangladesh against Ireland in this format. Farzana Haq leading with 232 runs in 9 matches. Nigar Sultana behind her with 186 runs, and Shamima Sultana got 156 runs in 6 innings.
Much better there by the bowler Eva Canning. She was missing exactly this line and length in her first few deliveries, going down leg side, and now she's adjusted it, cramping the batter for room. Sobhana Mostari yet to get off the mark.
Already 6 extras, Shanur, in this innings for Ireland. This time, Sobhana Mostari joins the act and smashed the first 6 of Bangladesh's innings. With that 6, that brings the end of the over. Bangladesh 22 without loss after 2. It's been a very good start for Bangladesh. 22 without loss. They're in chase of 170, which happens to be the highest successful chase if Bangladesh manages to do so in this ground.
There was a fielder, the last shot that Sobhana played exactly where she hit it, but thankfully for her, it went over the fielder and over the boundary for 6. The dugout seems to be quite relaxed, quite chilled. Captain Nigar Sultana Jyoti, all smiles.
Rabia Khan, she's a prankster in the team. All up and aghast. No signal from the umpire. One of the over, so it's a good bouncer, I must say, by all up and aghast. Last ball of the previous over, we have seen Sobhana Mostari played a good pull shot, taking on the fielder at deep mid-wicket for a 6. It's a positive start.
I think the bowler got lucky there because it went over the batter's head. Dilara Akhtar had no way of playing it, really.
Ho, ho, ho. Fielder underneath will drop it. Oh boy, and it goes to the fence for 4 as well, rubbing salt in the wound in the Irish camp. But Dilara Akhtar is riding on her luck.
Yeah, definitely looking to play the big shots. And it was there in the slot. She didn't get all of it. The fielder really should have caught it because she was underneath it. She had her balance all right. Did it get lost in the lights? Who knows?
Going for that reverse cup. I thought she overran a bit as well. It's couldn't get under that one. But Bangladesh won't mind. 26 without loss there in the third over in chase of 170. Dilara Akhtar on 14 of 11. Subhana Mustari struck a 6.
Plenty of assistance off the pitch for the bowler nonetheless. Orla will be happy with what she's seen in the last delivery. Almost like an off spinner.
That sounded good. That sounded really good. And it goes all the way for maximum. Second 6 of the innings for Bangladesh, and this time it's Dilara Akhtar.
She's been trying this shot for a while now. The first 3 times she didn't middle it, but this time she gets all of it. And it goes all the way. A very positive start by the 2 openers for Bangladesh. It'll give the Tigresses some hope of chasing down what is a daunting total.
Now the fielder pushed back to deep mid-wicket. There's a deep square leg in place. Fine leg comes inside the circle. No fielder patrolling the boundary on the offside. Mid-off, mid-on, inside the circle. So does short third. Here comes Orla Prendergast.
Good comeback by the bowler. And on this occasion, she used her outswinger to good effect. Dilara Akhtar, we've seen a couple of occasions where the ball has been outside off stump, swinging away. She doesn't really move her feet much, struggles with that length, struggles with those sort of deliveries. It's an area of her game that she'll want to work on. She's currently on 20 from 13.
Again going across the line. Misfield again. That will allow the 2 batters to take a single. 11 runs off the over. Bangladesh 33 without loss after 3. It's been a brilliant start for Bangladesh. The 2 openers setting the tone in chase of 170. They're already 33 without loss after 3 overs, courtesy of some missed opportunities and a few extras, along with some big hitting abilities from Dilara and Subhana Mustari. Both the batters struck a 6 each. We're into the 4th over of the innings, and Bangladesh dressing room will surely feel a lot better with that start. Arlene Kelly comes into the attack and immediately greeted by Dilara Akhtar. Couldn't connect enough, but the intentions are clear. Dilara will go after everyone.
Yeah, it's a shot she likes to play. Anything that's close to her body, she wants to play it on the leg side. Keep in mind the field restrictions are in play, so there are plenty of gaps in the outer ring.
Quick single taken. Nice running between the wicket. Pushing the fielders hard. It's not just about boundaries and sixes. The 2 batters realizing the fact that taking those singles and doubles and rotating the strike will also be key.
Yeah, and they're taking a leaf of the Irish innings. That's what Ireland did very well. Another single on this occasion. A much more controlled shot along the ground. The 2 batters need to find a good mix of playing these sort of shots and the big shots that they're attempting. In most cases, they aren't coming off. So once the field restrictions are gone, you'll always have the opportunity of being caught out. So you need to be careful. You need to choose your shots wisely.
Nicely bowled, Arlene Kelly. 3 bowlers used so far by Gabby Lewis. And I must say, all three of them are pretty much similar, taking the ball into the right-hander. That helped the Bangladeshi batters who were trying to go after them on the onside, with that swing helping them.
Into the gap, looking for the second, but well fielded in the end. At the same time, if you miss these sort of deliveries, then you're in trouble. You'll see your stumps rattled.
Shanur, Bangladesh are chasing 170. They need to go for it. As I was talking about, they need to go for it. Again, Dilara Akhtar goes, and again she survives. Fortune favoring Dilara, but not Ireland. Amy McGoy, the fielder, at point, missing that opportunity. End of over number 4, Bangladesh, 39 without loss. What a start for Bangladesh. Although they are riding in luck, but still, they are 39 without loss after 4. And Dilara Akhtar making a comeback to the side, scored 25 of 17. Remember, Shanu, she hasn't had the best of time behind the stump, but she does well with the bat now.
She has to do with the bat what she's doing, as you mentioned in the previous over, that they have to go for it. They're chasing 170. So at the same time, the Irish fielders will feel aggrieved. They had 2 chances dropped already.
Bowling way wide of the crease. Again creating that angle. But at times I really feel, Shanu, as a batter, it might feel like a one-dimension bowling attack. With the ball coming into the right-hander, you can plan your shots with deep mid-wicket and deep square leg in place. If the bowler misses the line, it's always difficult for her.
Speaking of being predictable, if I'm on the batter, I'm taking a stance on the middle and off stump.
Again, quick run taken. Good cricket by both the batters. Another misfield. Overthrows. Will it reach the fence? No. But Bangladesh will not mind getting those extra runs as well.
Yeah, extra runs, and as I was mentioning, if I'm batting on middle and off, I'm accessing a lot more of the leg side, as she tried to do in the last delivery, and got rewarded for it thanks to some sloppy fielding.
But direct hit might have been interesting. Slash that one. Outstanding batting, this time on the offside. It's Sobhana Mostari. She's looking even better.
Yeah, this time it was crunched through the offside. Not really that much room to play that shot, but she did it nonetheless and found the gap. We spoke about the outfield, and that was another example of how quick it is.
Margin of error is very minimum for Eva Canning. No fielders patrolling on the offside, so she needs to focus on bowling at middle stump. Another couple of runs. Brilliant running between the wicket. We're not just witnessing boundaries and sixes, Shanur. There's some solid running between the wicket between these two.
Yeah, and you had almost 3 fielders converging for that ball that was going at the deep square leg, as the floodlights are in action in what is the most scenic cricket settings in Bangladesh, here in Sylhet.
This time Dilara Akhtar sends Sobhana Mostari back. But what a start for Bangladesh. They're into the 5th over, almost 10 runs per over, 47 without loss. And they laid that platform for Bangladesh to chase that target of 170.
Perhaps that's why you see a very bubbly and happy dugout. Another run. And with that, 5 overs are done, 48 for no loss, Bangladesh.
Four bowlers used so far by Gabby Lewis. All up in August. Expensive. 20 of her 2 overs. So does Eva Canning. 22 from her 2 overs. Arlene Kelly bowled just 1 over. And experienced Laura Delaney comes into the attack. Arlene Kelly, beg your pardon. On the onside, flicked it away. There's a fielder at deep mid-wicket. Good cricket.
Yeah, just 1 run short of the team 50 now, Bangladesh. Dilara Akhtar, she's on 25 from 17, so Subhana Mustari on 18 from 14. And as you mentioned just a while ago, that it is a bit of a one-dimensional bowling attack. So once you're set as a batter, you know what you're gonna get.
Close, close, close. Not a bad shout at all, Shanu. Maybe shading down the leg side, perhaps. Maybe the height.
I think a case of both. Dilara Akhtar, she's been riding her luck, dropped on a couple of occasions, surviving a few close shouts here. 2 deliveries in this over. They've been good by the bowler. Can she finish off strong?
Dilara Akhtar trying to use the most out of the power play. It's the last over of the power play. Again, coming into the right-hander. Probably missing the leg stump.
Yeah, but it's still swinging. The ball is still swinging. Something we didn't see much of in the first innings from the Bangladesh Pacers.
And that swing is going against Ireland at the moment. Drifted down the leg side. It's going to be a wide. And also a few extras. These extras are going to cost Ireland badly. And with that couple of runs and wide, Ireland, Bangladesh, in fact, go on to reach their team 50. What a start.
Yeah, 50-run partnership from 33 deliveries. So they'll want to build on this, carry on if possible.
See, even a good delivery was converted into a single. That's the type of pressure these 2 batters are putting into the Ireland players.
You've seen excellent running between the wicket from both sides. And again, this was another example of how to run between the wickets using the field positions to your advantage.
There's a juicy delivery. Subhana Mustari went hard at it. Over the fielder's head, she will get a couple. Another decent over for Bangladesh. End of the power play. They are 54 without loss. Beg your pardon, 1 more delivery to go. Still waiting though. Yeah, 1 more to go, Shanul. A single to end the over. Bangladesh 55 without loss.
Time for a change in commentary. Shorturl Ghosh and Mohammad Isam will be joining.
Yeah, at the end of power play, Bangladesh are 56 without loss, which means they are 21 runs ahead of what Ireland women were at the end of the power play, having lost one wicket. Bangladesh haven't lost a wicket though. Mohammad Isam, I think it's fair to say that it's a good start from Bangladesh.
Brilliant start from Bangladesh. 56 for no loss in the power play. That should lay the base for the chase. 170 to win for Bangladesh. Still a lot of work to do, but Dilara and Sobhana Mustari has done what was expected of them. 𝗂𝗂 𝗏𝗏 comes into the attack, off spinner, and we have Sobhana Mustari without a helmet.
A fair bit of bounce, but she's just guided it towards the gap, pointed there and taken single. And they've actually learned from a few of the points from Ireland, using running between the wickets quite well.
Yes, that has to be complementing what Bangladesh are trying to do as well, which is getting the boundaries. The field is now spread. You'll have lesser fielders in the circle now, so that there will be a lot more gaps. But then the boundaries will go down slightly. Low bounce there from 𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏.
She's bowling from the media end. Dilara seemed to be in two minds. This time she comes forward down on one knee. Swept to the square leg fielder. It's in the middle overs where Ireland started the acceleration. That partnership worked between Gabby Lewis and Leah Paul for the third wicket.
Yes, Bangladesh have to do something like that. They have to have their own big partnership. This is already a great start.
Pulled away. Good job in the deep.
Yes, Bangladesh would need a partnership like Leah Paul and Gabby Lewis. They added 107 for the third wicket. Already these two, Dilara Akhtar and Sobhana Mustari, have scored 59 of 6.4 overs. Fine start.
Plays it late. Fielder at short third comes into play. Just going back to the first delivery, she was thinking of pulling it at first and then, opening herself up and then ended up cutting it. Has to be careful.
Yes, the pace is different. It's a lot slower now from 𝗏𝗏. So Dilara has to adjust.
Goes aerial, goes straight. Mid-off was in the circle, inside the circle. Doesn't have enough legs though, while the batters do come back for the second. And that will end the over. 5 runs of this one. 61 without loss after 7. The field spread out as it's the end of the power play. Helmet's back on. Sobhana Mustari. Again, similar ploy. Deep mid-wicket, deep square leg in place. Long on also there. Guarding the boundary on the onside. Deep cover on the off. 109 to get Bangladesh. They're well ahead of Ireland right at this moment. Laura Delaney will be bowling from the far end. Flighted, driven. The sweeper in the deep on the offside comes into play. So as of now, the batters have looked comfortable.
Yes, and they've maneuvered the bowlers quite well. They went after the early bowlers with fours and sixes. They've come back with a lot of singles in the last couple of overs. To the naked eye, it might seem that they have slowed down, but that is how rhythm goes.
It was in the slot, in the air, long on into play as Arlene Kelly throws it back. They will only get a single. Now, I've been informed, as far as the stats go, it was back in 2014 when Sri Lanka posted a total of 131 and New Zealand did chase it down. Was the highest to be chased down on this ground as far as women's cricket in T20s is concerned. In the air for a bit, but will find the gap. Thinking of the second, not there.
We talk about the highest chase at this ground. The other news is Bangladesh chasing down this 170 run total will be their highest chase, successful chase if they can do it in their T20i history. The highest that they have was 146 against Sri Lanka in 2023.
There's that decision of Arlene Kelly, given not out, and perhaps going down the leg. The required run rate is quite high, 8.51. That will be in the minds of the batters.
Certainly, but they have batted like they have the required run rate in their mind, and they're playing in that similar way. Doesn't look like they're too concerned about it at this moment because they are getting that run flow going.
Beyond the pads. Nicely done in the field. Yet they are batting with some intent, aren't they?
Yes, they have shown that intent. You can see it in the score, especially Dilara Akhtar. The new bowler, Laura Denelli, has started well. She's back on strike now. There hasn't been a boundary since the 5th over, so Shomonnoy, it's time for a big one.
In the slot, moves the front leg away, could not time it as well as she'd like to. So it's been a runner ball over, bowled by Laura Delaney, 67 without loss.
Dilara Akhtar, 32 not out of 27, and Sobhana Mostari, 26 not out of 21. They've got a lot of batters coming in. Nigar Sultana Jyoti and Sharmin Supta are the main ones.
Oh, that sounded good. That is good. Wings deployed, goes all the way. Dilara Akhtar, she's turned it on.
Waited for that short ball from Freya Sargent. She doesn't bowl with a lot of pace. So Dilara had to generate the pace herself, rocked back and spanked it. Fantastic shot for 6. Splitting the two fielders.
You wanted a big one, you got a one. Sweeps in the air, could be danger, drops short. Single taken, good running between the wickets. But importantly, just to go back to that 6, she played it along with the turn.
She picked the turn very well. And it is quite apparent what Freya Sargent is trying to do. When she drops a little short, it is then up to the batter to go after it.
She goes again. Now there is a fielder at deep mid-wicket. She's overrun it. It is the second maximum of the over, but this time from the bat of Shobhana Mostari.
It looked like a chance. She did try to hit it over the fielder. Her body motion said that at least. She made sure it went over the mid-wicket fielder, though the mid-wicket fielder will feel slightly disappointed about her judgment. She probably went too far, and the ball went behind her for a 6.
As the bait is given to both the batters.
Fuller from the outside part of the bat. Both occasions, both the batters have obliged.
Yes, 3 balls into the over, 2 sixes already done. The pressure is on Shreya Sudden. She's bowled a dot ball now, but 13 runs off the over so far.
Open stance, she pulls again from the off stump. A bounce, misfielding, lapse in field, cost them a boundary.
That was pretty ordinary from the fielder there. She's already misjudged that 6, and now the 4 goes through. Sada Forbes must be disappointed with her own effort there. Another really, really well struck shot. It's quite a poor piece of fielding there.
They are enjoying it in the middle. Goes straight on this occasion, up and over. Away from the fielder at mid-off. Wow! Shobhana Mosturi has joined in on the party. 21 runs of this over. After 9, Bangladesh are 88 without loss. Outside the off stump, in the slot, and she took the challenge, did Shobhana. Lofted shot over mid-off. 4 runs, calculated risks taken by the Bangladesh openers at this stage.
I like the fact that Shobhana Mosturi went over mid-off. She was getting a little bored hitting her over the leg side field, but no, that was great thinking from her. Slightly fuller in length, outside off stump, of course. There was no way that she was going to let that go. Fantastic shot from Shobhana Mosturi.
Laura Delaney hit in the air with no risk there, because the only fielder inside the circle on the onside is short fine leg.
Now Dilara has handed over the strike to Shobhana Mosturi. That is how a good partnership is built. You have to understand the other batter's rhythm as well. Shobhana, of course, has reached her 40, but the last over, she was on fire.
Both the openers going great guns. Playing with soft hands. Will manage a single. So they have complemented each other quite well. Yes, a few opportunities were there to get the wicket of Dilara Akhtar, who was dropped twice. Once on 14 and then on 23.
Yes, you have to take those with the rub of the green, and as a batter, you cannot think about it. You'll have to move on quickly, and certainly Dilara doesn't look like someone who regrets anything. She's really batting well, 40 of 30. But Shobhana has outscored her, probably for the first time in the game.
Using the feet. Oh, Amy Hunter goes through her legs as well. They're looking for the run. Non-striker's end. Batter makes it in time. Oh, everything's going on. Stumping opportunity. Mr. Amy Hunter.
Just when we're talking about chances, Ireland gives her another one. And the throw there. She made it on time, but another chance, one more, 3 now.
Yeah, nudged on the onside. Running the first one hard. Second one not there. I think it is Gabby Lewis who ran hard. No, beg your pardon, that is Eva Cadding.
Both Dilara and Shobhana are displaying excellent thinking in the way that they're picking the singles, the way they're targeting the bowlers. They took 21 of the previous over from Shreya Sarjan. Now they are quite aware of what Laura Delaney is trying to do with her slowers.
Goes underneath it. Was down on one knee. Now she skied it. Fielder in contention. Dropped it again. And guess who's the better? It is Dilara Akhtar. Oh. She has been so lucky today.
Yes, indeed. Another chance. Second time in the over. Didn't time it that well. Deep fielder. Laura Delaney Hands on her head.
Goes aerial again. Long on will come into contention. Has run hard and dropped again. Oh. Oh, wow. Laura Delaney has seriously been unfortunate in this over. She's at least, she could have managed one wicket. Oh. Arlene Kelly fielding at long on. Delaney helpless. And the previous catch was dropped by Rebecca Stoker. 10 overs done with, 96 without loss. As the players take a drinks break, we'll take a short drinks break as well. 74 required run rate is 7.40. Now, my fellow commentator, Modi Sama, I see you're noting down. There's a tally. What do you have on the sheet?
Yes, extraordinary scenes here. Not just on what I'm writing down, but it's what has happened. Dilara Akhtar has got. She's like a cat. She's got so many lives in this game. The last over, especially from Laura Delaney, she must be really upset. 3 chances of her bowling, 1 stumping missed by Amy Hunter, and 2 dropped catches in the deep. And the last one was of Shobhana, who was dropped on 41. But Dilara has had her luck today, unbelievable luck.
Yeah, Amy Maguire introduced into the attack, left arm spinner.
Amy Maguire, another of those Ireland bowlers, bowling quite slowly, expecting a bit of turn of the wicket. And she will, of course, expect her fielders to take those catches.
Played with soft hands, calling and getting down to the other end. Well done by both Shobhana and Dilara.
Closing in on a century partnership for the opening wicket are Dilara and Shobhana. They have batted with a lot of sense. They've shown a lot of smarts in this partnership.
Shobhana in particular. For the spinners, even though they're not getting much turn, they are generating some bounce. Oh! Beautiful delivery from Amy Maguire. As Dilara was looking to hit it on the onside, missed it altogether.
Dilara can take a leaf out of Shobhana's book about how to turn that around for a single.
She goes aerial, long on is there. 1 bounce to the fielder.
Yes, Dilara must show that finesse of taking that single that Shobhana has showed, mixing her big hits with those quick singles and manipulating the field. There's a lot of gaps on the onside, large acres of space.
It was going down the leg. We'll wait and watch if Shobhana did manage something on it. I think the umpire reckons she did, and there's a smile, perhaps a guilty smile on her face. Off the back foot. So will be 3 singles in this Amy Maguire over. Well bowled. 1 short of 100 are Bangladesh at the end of 11 overs.
Ireland have all the running to do in this game. 71 runs required of 54 balls. The run rate, the required run rate, has come down to 7.88 after those 2 big overs by Subhana Mustari and Dilara Akhtar. Subhana Mustari has the helmet back as Ireland has brought back their seamer.
Oh, that sounded great. But there is protection in the deep. Will only get a single as it's nicely timed and ran straight to the fielder.
Different challenge now for Subhana Mustari as Bangladesh's 100 comes up and the 100 partnership comes up in 49 minutes, 67 balls. An absolutely brilliant effort from the openers. They've laid the foundation and now they are working on top of it. They're working towards the target.
Aerial. Fielder drops it again. Dilara, it is again. Could be run out. And you feel, you sense the shoulders dropping. This is the opportunity.
Dilara is not going to get out today, Shaman. Sarah Forbes this time drops the chance at the sweeper cover boundary. Mostari goes for it, misses it. In all this, we've just heard that this is the first ever 100-run stand for the opening partnership for Bangladesh between Subhana and Dilara. Again, we take a look at that drop chance. Quite casual there from Sarah Forbes.
This time along the ground, much better stroke, but the fielders are up to the task. Quick throw. Amy Hunter collects and dislodges the bails. Stumps uprooted. Sue Redfern, I think, will be referring it upstairs to Shatira Zakir.
That looks kind of close to me. Dilara is not really happy with Subhana with that call. Here comes the throw. And there comes Dilara. It's a good collection, but she is in. She is in, Shaman. They cannot get rid of her today.
You mentioned her being a cat. How many lives does she have? Well, it's going good. Going good for the home team, and particularly Dilara Akhtar. And this was well timed.
Straight to the fielder. And the throw comes in, but Dilara is in already. It's important now for Dilara to make the best use of these chances. I mean, there are innumerable chances that she survived. And that's how she plays. She goes after the bowling. So there will be a few of those odd drop catches. This is extraordinary, the number of drop catches for Ireland today. But now is a chance. She's on 46. Even Subhana, she's also had 1 drop chance. So they'll have to make best use of it.
It fell in the process. This occasion, Dilara. But yeah, no shortage of commitment. We saw her getting the desperate dive in, which saved her.
Yes, often that dives makes that last addition to what the batter is trying to do, getting into the crease. These are the drop catches. One at mid wicket. This was his running back, ehimZ. That's the mis-stumping. Big appeal, and she's gone. 𝗂𝗵𝗃𝗃 finally falls for 46. And Orla Prendergast gets Ireland that breakthrough, that long cherished breakthrough that they've been waiting for. So many drop chances. Amy Hunter takes that catch. An Ireland fielder has taken a catch, Shobhan.
Better late than never. And 𝗂𝗵𝗃𝗃, this was the delivery outside the off, bit on the shorter side, was looking to cut, went hard at it rather than the timing, only to edge it. Amy Hunter makes no mistake on this occasion, and Orla Prendergast gets the first breakthrough. 𝗂𝗵𝗃𝗃 goes for 46 of 35. Bangladesh 103 for 1. And that calls for a change in the commentary box. Wazuddin Omi, along with Shanur Rabbani, will be joining.
Flighted delivery. Was that another drop? How many drop catches we have witnessed today in this Ireland innings? Dilara Akhtar once again riding on her luck. We need to have a closer look. Feel that mid-off, late to react, just falling short of her. Skipper Nigar Sultana Jyoti walks into the middle after the departure of 𝗂𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃. Skipper.
Drives it into the gap. There is cover there. Leah Paul, the star of the show with the bat, doing the fielding there. Nigar Sultana Jyoti, she will want to guide her team home. Dilara Akhtar, on the other hand, just too short of a 50. She'll want to get to that milestone and carry on.
Dilara Akhtar, just one short of her 50. Rode on her luck, but at times you need that luck.
Super stuff here,
ehimZ bowled well so far.
Good fielding on this occasion. And yeah, you have to ride your luck, especially when it's such a big total that you're chasing. It's a record chase for Bangladesh. If they can chase this down successfully, it'll be their highest chase successfully in T20i cricket.
Again in the air, again falling short of the fielder. Trying to cut loose, this time it's Nigar Sultana Jyoti. With the mid-off fielder up inside the circle. Probably she was eyeing to play somewhere over extra cover.
Oh, a bit of a mix-up, but safe in the end. It's been a good over by ehimZ. 13 done, 107 for 1 Bangladesh.
A confident Bangladesh dugout as they need another 63 more runs to win of 42 deliveries. Skipper Nigar Sultana Jyoti just walked in with Dilara Akhtar on the other end, riding on her luck, inching towards her 50. And you can sense the tension in the middle, Shanur.
Yeah, they've lost that first wicket, so it's going to take a bit of a while to get back. and get your rhythm back. And that's good running between the wickets, it seems. The first run is taken quickly. The second one is completed as well before the throw comes in. Excellent stuff by Dilara Akhtar and Nigar Sultana Jyoti.
That's very good cricket by the captain. Played that with soft hands. She knew there was no fielder inside the ring at short mid-wicket. Played that with soft hands. Straight to the fielder at point and gone. Skipper Nigar Sultana Jyoti was dismissed by Arlene Kelly. Was wide outside the off stump. The shot was on, but she hit it straight to the fielder at point. Ireland picked up another wicket. They are making a comeback in this game now.
That's a massive wicket. Bangladesh's main batter, we should say, she has been dismissed. Nigar Sultana Jyoti usually is the one who's the top scorer in the innings. She's guiding things, and now with her dismissed very cheaply, 4 from 5, Bangladesh will be in a bit of bother. 109 for 2.
In from Sharmin Akhtar Shupta. Walks into the middle. She has had a terrific run with the bat in the 3-match ODI series, the leading run scorer, and more importantly, one of the most confident Bangladesh batters at the moment, and she's the right person to be there when Bangladesh needed to score some quick runs to chase the target of 170. She's got a job in her hand.
Played off the back foot and will just be a single. They're always thinking of taking more than one whenever they can. But it's been a good comeback by the Irish in the last few overs. They've taken 2 wickets and they've finally decided to take some catches, which has led to the wickets. And right now for Bangladesh, it's about rebuilding, but they can't get bogged down too much. They need the required run rate at a manageable amount, which is less than 10.
Again in the air. Who's underneath it? Field at mid-off. This time manages to take that one, and it's skipper 𝗂𝗵𝗄𝗎 finally taking a catch to remove Dilara Akhtar. Just one shot of her 50, and Arlene Kelly picked up her second wicket of this over, and all of a sudden, Ireland are back in the game.
Yeah, there's the set batter, Dilara, looking to hit a big shot, not really thinking about that milestone, thinking about the required run rate, and in the end gone for 49. And 49 from 41 deliveries, Dilara. Great catch by the captain. You can see her celebration, letting off some steam as well because of the amount of catches Bangladesh have given, and they've dropped. Dilara in the end gone. Bangladesh 110 for 3.
Skipper 𝗂𝗵𝗄𝗎's reaction says it all after completing that catch. Taj Neha, the new batter for Bangladesh. Powerful striker of the ball. And Bangladesh needs her services at the moment, as the required run rate is now catching up. What an over it has been so far by Arlene Kelly. 2 wickets, just 3 runs. Changed the complexion of the innings for Bangladesh. And that's the last wicket. Dilara Akhtar rode on her luck throughout the innings, but 𝗂𝗵𝗄𝗎 finally manages to hold on that one.
The inside edge means no runs on this occasion. Taj Nehar, she's new, and with 2 new batters at the crease, this is the opportunity for Ireland to make more inroads, as we see some good catching, Kelly celebrating, and finally fortune favoring the Irish. 14 overs done, Bangladesh 110 for 3.
Some tense looking face at the dugout for Bangladesh. They need 60 of 36 deliveries, exactly 10 runs per over from here on. They've got 7 wickets in hand, but the two batters out there both just came into the crease. 𝗂𝗏𝗏 on strike. In the air for a while, looking for the couple. A bit of hesitation, but eventually settles for one. Pressure is on for Bangladesh, Anur.
Yeah, they've lost 3 wickets and the boundaries have dried up as a result as well. 𝗪𝗏 and 𝗂𝗏𝗏, both of them new into the crease. Oh, a juicy full toss, but not really connected well enough. Lands safely. And that means 𝗪𝗏 is off the mark.
That was pretty high. Though 𝗪𝗏 came down the track, made things even more difficult for her. Coming down the track, rather staying at the crease would have been better for her. Bowling a lot slower, again in the air. 𝗂𝗏𝗏 had to reach for it. But I must say, very good bowling by Amy McGuire. Slowing things up and also bowling a lot wider to the batters who is looking for those hoik.
Yeah, 𝗪𝗏 back on strike. 𝗂𝗏𝗏 playing a T20 international after 729 days. This time, it's lofted. Takes a few bounces and eventually finds the boundary. 𝗪𝗏, she's showing her power.
Rightly pointed out, Shanu, that's the power 𝗪𝗏 possesses. She's a powerful and strong lad. Coming down the track, went to the reach, to the pitch of the delivery, and launched onto it. Fielder was up inside the circle at mid-off, so it was boundary written all over it.
Again coming down the wicket, but doesn't get the required connection. It's a dot ball.
Bangladesh need 53 of 31 deliveries. It's getting interesting.
Again, fails to find the gap, but will take a single to finish the over. 15 done, 118 for 3.
Bangladesh's required run rate gone just over 10 runs per over now. They need 52 of 30 deliveries. Two batters in the middle just came in. They had to go after every delivery from here on. It's been a brilliant comeback with the ball by the Irish side, picking up those crucial wickets in the middle, denting the process for Bangladesh after that flying start by the openers.
Yeah, it's all about momentum right now, and T20 is about shifting it as quickly as possible. Ireland have momentum on their side, and that's another dot ball. All of a sudden, their body language, their ground fielding, their catching, everything is improved, and they have the momentum on their side.
𝗪𝗏𝗏 has been looking to play down the ground ever since she came to the crease. Looking at the field setup at the moment, mid-off inside the circle. There's extra cover, point, short third, short fine leg. 3 fielders patrolling the boundary on the onside, long on, deep mid-wicket, and deep square leg.
Oh, she stops midway. Delaney, she could sense that 𝗪𝗏𝗏 was going to charge her. And that's smart. Ireland showing lots of layers to their game right now. They were looking short of ideas, low on confidence, and all of a sudden Things are changing. Just short of the fielder at long on. One more run added to Taj Nehar's total.
It's very good field setup by Gabby Lewis. Realizing the fact that Taj Nehar was eyeing to play that on the onside. Long on is quite straightish. And Laura Delaney, the experienced campaigner, bowling right onto the stumps. Nothing for the batter to free her arms.
Again, a full toss, driven down the ground. That long on will field it before 2 more runs. And a misfielding, or else that was it. Another chance gone a-begging for Ireland here.
Taj Nehar was goner. Even after Delaney received the ball, she just couldn't hold on to it.
Very good here, Laws. Very good this.
Direct hit was gone. Even after that, Ireland missed an opportunity.
Great work here, Laws.
Nevertheless, it's a good over so far. Just 3 runs so far, with Bangladesh needing over 10 runs per over. Singles won't work for Bangladesh at the moment. They need boundaries.
4 runs from 4 deliveries in this over so far, and here we see the plethora of catches Ireland have dropped, along with the stumping chances they've missed. It's not been a good day in the field for the Irish, but they can still end up on the winning side as things stand. Again lofted, down the ground, and it reaches the boundary, a welcome one. Again, it's Taj Nehar, that's her second boundary.
She was eyeing that area even from the start of this over. Missed out on the first occasion, but this time the connection was good. She made sure it goes over the bowler's head, straight as an arrow. No chance for the fielder at long on. Boundary after a while for Bangladesh.
But they need more. Full toss, pulled away, but not into the gap enough to reach the boundary. Would just be a single. In fact, they run 2. That's good running between the wickets. So after 16 overs, Bangladesh 128 for 3. And that will bring a change in the commentary box. 𝗂𝗏𝗪 Ghosh and 𝗂𝗏𝗪𝗓 Issam will join us.
Yes, Ames.
The first T20 International of the Senora Island Tour of Bangladesh series, powered by Ruchi, here in Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. Amy Maguire greeted down the ground. Sharmin Shupta, 1 bounce. Not enough. Runs back for a couple. The pair in the middle. Well, this one is going down the wire, Mohammad Issam.
40 required of 23 balls. That was a good shot from Sharmin Shupta there.
Good Ames.
Hammers it down the ground, but it had height, but didn't go the distance, as they just got 2 runs wedged in the outfield there.
Angled in, swept away. Deep square leg will come into play. Thinking of the second, not there.
Bangladesh do have a challenge in their hand. 39 of 22. They will be looking for that boundary
Very good here, Amy.
every other ball. The over has started with 3 runs of the first 2 balls.
Down the wicket. This one sounded better. Result is better. 1 bounce for 4.
Taj Nehar absolutely smoking that over mid-off for 4 runs. A lot of air in the ball, and she goes for that. A bit of risk involved, but there is nothing else to do right now. They have to go for it. Lots of animated chat in the middle for the Ireland fielders. A change in field. Gabby Lewis takes up the position at long off. Tenth out in the middle, 𝗂𝗏𝗧. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, mid-off, turns to long off. Down the wicket yet again. Single there. Going for the couple. Throw in at the keeper's end. She does not collect it. She went in front of the stumps to collect it. Perhaps she should have been behind it.
And Shamana, you must have noticed there was a mix-up in the middle. That's what slowed down 𝗏𝗪 𝗂𝗃. Going into the batter's end. Flighted delivery. Squirted out in the leg side field. Tries to take the second. There was a bit of hesitation and she almost gave up. She just gave up. But Amy Hunter missed it.
Down the wicket. Well, just to go back to the runner, you know, perhaps the idea was right to correct it quickly, but she could not collect it.
When you're picking it up in front of the stump, you give the fielder you take the fielder chance of hitting the stumps too.
Oh, missed it all ends. And Amy Hunter makes no mistake. 𝗏𝗪 𝗂𝗃 came down the wicket, but Amy Maguire has gotten the better of her.
Every ball in that over, 𝗏𝗪 𝗂𝗃 stepped out, rushed out, but often it looked like she either got out too early or got out too late. This one she got out too soon. The head was in no position to play that shot, and Amy Hunter collects and stumps 𝗏𝗪 𝗂𝗃. She'll be disappointed. 19 of 14 for her. Bangladesh 137 for 4 after 17 overs.
Yeah, here's how it happened. Kept low, perhaps took pace off. Amy Maguire as well. This is good bowling. And as you mentioned, she took off too early.
The whole point of it was trying to go for a 6, but she can still wait in her crease. That would have confused the bowler if she had waited up, and that could have ended up as a short ball that she could have deposited towards mid-wicket. But Bangladesh loses a wicket. It's all up to Sharmin Supta now, who's on strike to Delaney, Laura Delaney, who's had wretched luck today. Absolutely.
Moves the front leg away. Didn't middle it. Shorna's coming back for the second. She is feisty. She is fast.
The right batter for Bangladesh at this point, I think. 3 overs, less than 3 overs now, 31 required. Shorna Akhtar is probably the only Bangladeshi batter, or one of the few batters who can clear the fence quite easily. Sharmin Supta will have to use her properly.
Okay, we've seen 4 sixes already. 2 each between Dilara and Shobhana. Delaney to Supta. Goes straight. Downtown. Again, Shorna pushing Supta for the run and getting it.
Excellent running from Shorna. The moment she stepped into the field, Supta must have been aware what she expected from Shorna. A lot of hard running, a lot of big hits. This was hit down the ground, but the bat turned in Supta's hand, which didn't let her clear the fence. The 2 deep fielders straight are... There's only 1 deep fielder straight, only a long on in place, interestingly.
In the block hole, along the ground, pierce the gap. Oh wow, what a shot, Supta.
Brilliantly played, Supta. She made sure that the ball went along the ground, but it reached the boundary. It wasn't really well hit, and usually we expect a batter to go aerial in this situation, but the cutter from Delaney became very overpitched, and Supta has deposited it to the boundary, much to that effort from the deep fielder.
That was a good strike from Sharmin Supta. Delaney. Now, top edge. No one there. Delaney has to run back. Oh, it's all happening.
And is that the right length to bowl to Sharmin Supta? Because it was short, she wasn't expecting it and couldn't time it.
Little bit front, yes, right your center.
Sharna Akhtar goes back on strike.
Sharna, right up over, that's too
Sharna Akhtar arrived at the crease at the start of the over
Yes, Ozzy.
and she has run really hard. 9 runs of the over so far.
Yeah, Isam, like even though she hasn't faced a delivery, she's done quite a bit from the no-strikers end, hasn't she?
Indeed, she's been running really hard in this over. Now it's up to her to get something out of the last 2 balls. 24 required, a 4 or a 6, or maybe both in these last 2 balls.
Down the leg, extras with extra delivery.
That would help Bangladesh a lot in this situation. 23 now required of 14 balls. We have a look at the dugout. Not a lot of smiles there.
The result of the boundary, required run rate has come down a bit. Taken pace off, nicely timed. Straight to that fielder deep mid-wicket. Gets them another single.
Stokel down there in the deep. She's had a wretched time down there, but cleanly fields that one, throws it back. Sharna Akhtar is off the mark. Last ball of the over, Delaney. She would love to keep the batter at her crease. She's got the ball, cross-seamed, likely to be a slower ball. But at least she'll try to bowl a dot ball. That'll be like a gold.
Yeah, wicket's going to be even better for Ireland. Square leg comes inside the circle. Long off to the boundary. Round the wicket. Off the outside edge. Runs away. Should race. Should get to the boundary. It does. 4 runs. Welcome boundary for Bangladesh to end the over. After 18, Bangladesh are 152 for 4. Just 18 runs away. This is the boundary. Your thoughts?
Yes, well connected, carved it over the point fielder there. Laura Delaney went around the wicket, tried to angle it away from the batter. Well timed. Gives Bangladesh a lifeline with 2 overs to go.
18 required. Orla Prendergast hits the stumps. Sharna Akhtar has to make the long walk back.
Crucial blow for Ireland. Orla Prendergast with that straight delivery. Not much in it, but slightly slower in pace there. And Sharna Akhtar had gone through with the shot way before she spotted that delivery. Hits the off stump. She goes for 1. Bangladesh 152 for 5.
Here's the wicket-taking delivery, taken pace off. Orla Prendergast, that's gutsy bowling.
That shot was always there. Sharna coming into the crease. It was on her to play that shot or something else at least to get a boundary. Ritu Moni has arrived at the crease after Sharna. Bangladesh require 18 of 13 balls. What's her role going to be, Shamonai? Will she give the strike to Sharmin or will she go for it?
Time will tell. Short. Misses it altogether. Yes, there's no fielder in the D, backward of point. Jahanara getting already. Fahima's in the dugout as well. Tense times. This is the cliffhanger.
A big cheer went up around the Sylhet Stadium when Jahanara's photo came up in the big screen. She's a local favorite.
Goes across to Ritu Moni. Too close to cut. Was looking to pull, actually. Missed again.
𝗬𝗠𝗺𝗎 doesn't have her eye in yet. You could see Sharmin Supta gesticulating to her, asking her to give her the strike. 2 dot balls, actually 3 dot balls in the over if you count the wicket. It's been a brilliant over from 𝗓𝗏.
3 priceless dot balls. In the air. Fielder at mid-off makes no mistake. Laura Delaney, second wicket in this Orla Prendergast over. Brilliantly bowled.
Ireland are well and truly back in this contest. Another slower ball from Orla Prendergast. Already 𝗬𝗠𝗺𝗎 had played 2 dot balls under pressure. Connects it, but not as well as she would have liked. Out for a duck. Bangladesh 152 for 6.
Keeping her calm, Laura Delaney. Most importantly, Orla Prendergast. And here's the answer to your question. She was looking for the big one.
Never easy coming in.
Shumona is the new batter in. Takes a few steps forward, misses it altogether, and importantly for Ireland, Sharmin Supta is still at the non-striker's end.
Shamona, there doesn't seem to be a lot of thought into what they're trying to do in this over. 𝗬𝗠𝗺𝗎 swung towards mid-wicket couple of times, missed it. Shumona comes in, starts walking before the bowler had delivered the ball. That telegraphs what she's trying to do to Orla Prendergast, who bowls that excellent length.
Janadul Shumona is an action replay of the previous delivery. Superb over from Orla Prendergast. It's a wicket maiden. The penultimate over. 152 for 6 Bangladesh.
Orla Prendergast, what has she done? A double wicket maiden in the penultimate over of the match.
The IORP will be applicable, which means Ireland too have been restricted to only 3 fielders outside the circle for this over. Now, Sharmin Supta will be on strike, 18 to get. Perhaps left too little too late. Arlene Kelly to bowl. Yeah, soft hands, only single. Ireland wouldn't mind.
That's perfect for what Ireland are trying to do, what Arlene Kelly would hope for. Get the new batter on strike. 5 balls left. 17 required, and Sharmin Supta takes a single there. It's now up to Jannatul Firdaus Shumona, playing her first match in 6 years in Bangladesh colours. There's a chance for her to win the game, to get some big ones. The field restriction will help Bangladesh. Only 3 fielders outside because of the IORP restriction there.
18 to get off 5. Jannatul Shumona will be on strike. Is deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on. In the slot. It's high. Fielder underneath. Catch taken. Good catch. Good catch in the deep. Another important wicket for Ireland.
Gabby Lewis, the fielder there. The captain takes up the hot spot in the fielding today, where a lot of these catches have gone down. She has taken herself to the deep and taken that catch. Jannatul Shumona gone. Bangladesh are 153 for 7. 4 balls left, 17 to win. Here we look at that shot again. Has to go for the big one, but she had to carry that ball from outside of stump. Look at Arlene Kelly. She was a little nervous, but captain Gabby Lewis underneath that ball has taken that catch.
Nahida Akhtar is the new batter in. It's that penultimate over. It's the turning point in this innings. Yeah, up and away. Behind that fielder at short third. Creative will only get them a couple, will not bother the Irish.
15 to win of 3 balls. It's still there if Bangladesh are going to hit a 4 or a 6. But as you just said, Ireland wouldn't mind these 1s and 2s in the last over. Bangladesh really, they were right on the mark, chasing this 170-run target.
Outside the off, within the guidelines though. Think that should be done and dusted.
Yes, it has got away from Bangladesh. What a promising start and what a way to collapse. Bangladesh was still in the game. 18 required of 2 overs, but 𝗂𝗏 Prendergast bowled that superb over. And now Arlene Kelly, she could have had her stumped. Nahida survives that chance when Amy Hunter misses a second stumping of the innings. Look at that. The chance was right there. She had gone down the wicket, couldn't gather the ball. No harm done. Ireland still are in the game. 15 to win of the last ball. Nahida goes for it. Doesn't matter how much she gets off this ball as Ireland pick up their first win of this tour. They win the first T20 by 12 runs. They take the 1-0 lead here in Sylhet. Arlene Kelly is really happy. 3 for 22 from 4 overs. But that 𝗂𝗏 Prendergast over Shamonnoy.
Oh, amazing. Penultimate over. Still could go either way. She comes in, bowls length, takes 2 important wickets, and importantly, doesn't give any run away. Time to bowl a double wicket maiden, Isam.
Stuff of dreams, Shamonnoy. I think you really don't expect a bowler to go for a double wicket maiden with 2 overs left in the innings, 18 runs required. The two teams shaking hands. Ireland really made a fist of this contest. Nahida Akhtar would be disappointed giving away a couple of good starts, especially the one with the bat. And Bangladesh were in the game till the 18th over, Shamonnoy.
They surely were. They surely were. Oh, what an over. Again, the 19th over, bowled by 𝗂𝗏 Prendergast. Bangladesh at the end of 18 overs were 152 for 4, chasing 170. They were just 18 runs away. 18 required of 12 deliveries, and that's where 𝗂𝗏 Prendergast turned things around. Start right at the top. Dilara Akhtar, well, she lived a cat's life today. Isam?
49 of 41, but there was, you can't see how many drop catches in that scorecard. Drop catches, missed stumping. Sobana Mustari also survived 1 or 2 chances, but she and Dilara held Bangladesh together for much of that innings before the implosion. Nigar Sultana Jyoti 4 runs. Sharmin Supta was there till the end for 23 of 13 balls. Taj Nehar, I think her dismissal made a bit of difference, but then Shorna Akhtar ran hard. And then when she fell to 𝗂𝗏 Prendergast in that 19th over, along with Ritu Moni, that's when the match started to slip out of Bangladesh's reach. There you have the bowling card. 𝗿𝗲𝗃𝗃 3 wickets for 24. Arlene Kelly 3 for 22. And Amy Maguire with that wicket. Ireland would be ecstatic with that performance, with that comeback. You can see the fall of wickets. 103 for the first wicket. And then the wickets fell. For 50 runs, Bangladesh lost their last 7 wickets. More importantly, they couldn't chase down Ireland's total. Again, it's down to that 1 over from Orla. Dilara Akhtar and Sobhana Mustari, as we can see the innings highlights there, spanked the bowlers to all parts. They really enjoyed that shot over mid-wicket. That was the first chance. But then Dilara, of course, timed the ball very well on both sides of the wicket. Here comes the second chance when Sarah Forbes dropped her. But Sobhana Mustari too timed the ball very well. She played the pull shot, played the cut shot. The sixes were flowing. Bangladesh made a fine start in Sylhet. And the odd misfield also didn't help Ireland in that partnership. Lots of boundaries in that 1 over. And then another drop chance. A lot of drop chances. But the way Ireland have come back from this number of drop chances. Here we have Amy Hunter taking that vital catch. Couple of catches from Amy Hunter. Nigar Sultana Jyoti falling. And then the big moment. Dilara getting out. Taj Nehar hit a few boundaries. She kept the chase in shape. But then when she fell to Amy Maguire, it was a nice delivery. It was all down to Shupta. Shupta struck a few boundaries, made sure Bangladesh went into the last 2 overs, but then Orla came hunting.
Yeah, this is the penultimate over yet again. 2 important wickets in that over. And this one, Gabby Lewis making no mistake. Good catch taken. But yet again, it was too little too late in the last over, bowled by Arlene Kelly for Bangladesh. So, yes, this is how it pans out. Bangladesh 157 for 7 at the end of the 20 overs, courtesy of the 240s by Dilara and Shobhana. But 3 wickets apiece between Arlene Kelly. But what a performance by Orla Prendergast.
Sensational bowling throughout her spell.
We'll take a short break and come back soon. Stay with us.
the first T20i of the Sonora Island Tour of Bangladesh series here in Sylhet. And Ireland, having won the toss, decided to have a bat first. It was a good batting display between the captain Gabby Lewis and Leah Paul in particular, who stayed there in the middle right till the end for her unbeaten 79, contributing to the team's 169 for 5. And in response, Bangladesh managed 157 for 7, courtesy of the 240s by Dilara and Shobhana, with Arlene Kelly and Orla Prendergast getting the better of Bangladesh with 3 wickets apiece. In the end, Ireland have won the match by 12 runs. We'll go over to Shanu Rabbani on the field for an interview.
So I've got the person who thinks she should be the man or the player of the match, Arlene Kelly. You took 3 wickets for 22 runs. Obviously, talk us through the second innings and your bowling.
Yeah, I think that was a team effort. I think it was a great game, high pressure at the end, but we held our nerve. A fantastic partnership from Gabby and Leah out with the bat there, and we spoke a lot about that in the series throughout. We probably haven't put the partnerships together, so that was nice to see today, and I think an outstanding spell from Amy Maguire there. She really brought us back into it, so it was fantastic.
When you got 170, did you expect Bangladesh to get so close and, you know, a bit in the fielding, the number of catches dropped? Did you feel nervous when that was happening?
Yeah, look, I think Bangladesh are a quality side. They get to train in these beautiful facilities 12 months a year. So we knew they'd come out fighting. I don't think we ever lost our composure, though, within that. Yes, catches went down, that's going to happen, but it's about how you build up after that. And we fought back, we fought through to the end, and it's nice to get across the line.
Your first win this series and in this tour, how does it feel? And best of luck for the future.
Yeah, it feels fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Arlene Kelly for a performance with 3 wickets along with Shanu Rabbani. Well, this is what it looks like. Arlene Kelly 3 for 22, Orla Prendergast 3 for 24. Both of them bowled well and outshone Shobhana Mustari and Dilara Akhtar. In the end, the 20 overs, Bangladesh fell short by 13 runs, as 170 was the target. They fell short by 12 runs, and Ireland have won the match by 12 runs. So now we'll be going over to Mazharuddin Omi for the post-match presentation. Well, before we move out to that, we're seeing the fall of wickets. Yeah, it's the opening stand. Shobhana Mustari, Dilara Akhtar, the 100, the century stand for the openers, which made the difference early on. But later on, wickets fell at regular interval and denied Bangladesh any sort of comfort to go on and chase down the total. As one might say, more than half the runs were taken by the openers, but life was made difficult for the rest of the batters down at the bottom.
Yes, Dilara and Shobhana Mustari added 103 for the first wicket, but then Taj Nehar and Sharmin Supta had that chase on their vision, but then Bangladesh just imploded towards the end. We are now heading to Mazharuddin Omi with the post-match presentation.
The sides. We have witnessed a scintillating game of cricket from both the sides as the game went down the wire, but in the end, it was Ireland who go on to win the game by 12 runs to take the lead of the 3-match T20i series. Congratulations to Ireland and tough luck to Bangladesh. First of all, let me introduce to our guest of this Sonora Island Women's Tour of Bangladesh 2024, powered by 𝗏𝗏. We have Mr. Mir Monirul Hussain, Senior Executive, Marketing, Square Toiletries Limited. Thank you for being with us. Right, first of all, let me call upon Bangladesh captain Nigar Sultana Jyoti to come up and have a few words. Jyoti, 170 was always a tough chase.
Yeah, I think they batted really well today, and actually maybe in our strength I couldn't bowl well, and obviously fielders didn't support the bowlers.
Your openers did get a good start, adding 100 plus total, but what happened later on?
I think we had a very good start by the two batters, and I guess this is our highest ever opening partnership by the batters, and we were in a settled down, but in middle of the over we got like we are giving too many wickets back to back, and even in the 19th over, I think in the last like 12 ball 18 runs, it was so close, and we thought like we could achieve it, but they bowled really well, and yeah, it was just a game, and we just need to rectify our mistake from this game, and we have to come back in strongly the next.
As you mentioned, you have to rectify quite a few mistakes. What are the areas you think you need to work on for the second game?
This is a very good surface to bat on. In this kind of surface, you have to bowl according to that, and definitely your fielders need to support the bowlers. And yeah, and we give away so many wickets, and how we batted, and they gave us some chances, but we couldn't capitalize, and we should be doing that. And yeah, obviously we need to take more responsibility as in the middle over, and we need to finish well.
Thank you very much. Hard luck and best of luck for the next game.
Thank you so much.
Nigar Sultana Jyoti, the captain of Bangladesh. Right, now I'd like to introduce to the Sonora player of the match. There were quite a few contenders, the likes of 𝗂𝗵𝗄 scoring a 50, all a Prendergast, picked up 3 wickets, but in the end, it was Leah Paul for her brilliant 79 of 45 balls is the Sonora player of the match. She will collect an award of USD 500 from Mr. Mir Monirul Hussain. Also a crest to be handed over by Mr. Monirul, along with the Sonora gift hamper. Leah, if you could come up and have a few words, please. Leah, first of all, well played. You were under some sort of pressure when we went out at the middle with the captain. What was the talk in the middle?
I think just to continue playing our positive brand of cricket that we've talked about in the T20 format. So that's all I was looking to do.
Obviously, this is your highest ever score in T20 International. You played really well. What do you make of the surface?
Yeah, I think it was a good batting surface, very true, and you could swing your arms through it, which was nice.
Must be satisfying after the way the one-day series went. You went to start the series with the right foot.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I was disappointed with the ODI series, so I was looking to get the ground running today.
But you can be proud of, well played, and all the best for the next game.
Thank you.
Leah Paul, the player of the match. Right, it's time to invite the winning captain, Ireland skipper 𝗂𝗵𝗄 to come up and have a few words, please. Gabby, well played. You must be relieved after that ODI series, starting off the series with a win in this T20.
Yeah, it was brilliant. The way we went about it with the bat, taking it on and backing it up with the ball. It was brilliant. The last 10 overs was great.
Talk about your batting. You also batted really well, setting that tempo. What was the thought process going through in the middle when you were batting with Leah?
I think we figured out quite early that it was a good batting wicket and we could really trust our shots. So I think it was just to not be too pressured by the scoreboard and just keep playing our positive brand of cricket that we've been playing in the last 6 months.
Right. Despite the win, there are a few areas you'd like to work on, especially the catching.
Yeah, look, it's hard under lights and things like that, but we'll get better. And look, the last 10 overs we held catches, which was good.
Right. Thank you, Gabby. All the best for the next game.
Thank you.
𝗂𝗵𝗄, the Ireland skipper. And that concludes the present and 𝗵𝗺𝗄 here. Back to the comm box.
Right, thank you, Mazharuddin Ami. Right, so Sonora Ireland Tour of Bangladesh 2024, powered by 𝗬𝗪. Yes, the ODIs were done with back in Mirpur, Dhaka, and this was the first of the T20 internationals where Ireland women have capitalized after winning the toss and won the match by 12 runs, but still not over, with 2 more T20 internationals left to be played here at the Sylhet International. Second one coming up next on the 7th of December, same time. We'll be joining you guys a bit earlier than 2 p.m. and then we'll be back for the third and final T20i on the 9th at 10 a.m. from the same venue here in Sylhet. Until next time, it's a very good night from all of us here at the Sylhet International.